What is going on, all of you Wolfpack members out there? It is Wolfpack Wednesday. My name is Graham, the Jedi Knights Watch. We have another fun show for you today. A lot of stuff to talk about. I love watching that intro. Makes me smile. Something else I love are my Wolfpack brothers. So without further ado, let's just bring them on into the chat.
Now making their entrance to the ring, two superstar representatives of New World Order, Wolfpack.
Woo! Making their entrance to the ring. What's going on, my friends? Welcome to Wolfpack. Good to have both of you here for another consecutive show. We made it to episode 3. I think this is probably going to be the most fun one yet. At least I hope so, because we've got a very special guest. We got a lot of stuff that dropped last night. And we're going to be talking about people in the community's collections. We're going to be kind of gawking at your collections. If you were nice enough to send me a photo, we're going to check it out. Maybe we'll get some ideas of, things that we want to do in our collection. So I'm really excited for it. But first, we gotta introduce the special guest for tonight's episode. So without further ado, let's bring him on out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome tonight's Wolfpack special guest, making his way to the stream, a YouTube superstar and friend of the Jedi Knights Watch. Please welcome
a Man of Hot Collectibles.
Let's go.
Hello, Company Collectibles.
What is going on, my friend? Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It's been way too long, so we put an end to that pretty quickly. We do have Dante from the Man of Hot Collectibles. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, guys. Nice to see you, Graham. Artemis.
Let's go.
Guys, it's been a long time. I feel like I have to kind of get up.
Retrain yourself.
And
warm up a little bit. Yep.
I know. It's been a long time since I streamed. I think probably like a month ago.
Wow.
I'm still trying to organize myself. I recently made it to 9,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for the support. Really appreciate it.
That's awesome.
It took forever, by the way, but actually for the past month, I've been growing quicker. So it's good, but bad at the same time. Because now, I have to be more consistent, which I'm being consistent with reviews and things like that. But one thing I'm still trying to organize myself are the streams. And that's the toughest part right now for me. But I'm going to get there slowly but surely. I gave up my Tuesdays already. But Fridays are probably going to be my days. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be a monthly thing or bi-weekly. So I'm still working on that. But thank you, my friend, for the invite. It's going to be a fun show. Nice to see everyone on the chat, which I don't know. For some reason, I cannot see the chat. Oh, now I can. Yeah. So, looking forward for the great show, my friend. And thank you. That's a pretty cool intro, too.
Well, we try to roll out the red carpet for not only our Wolfpack members, but our special guests, too. And I know what you're saying. Like, I think the hardest thing about YouTube is staying consistent, because we definitely feel the burnout. We all have full-time jobs. This is like a hobby, and yeah, sometimes you feel it and sometimes you don't. So it's kind of hard to keep it going consecutively or consistently, especially when it feels like sometimes it can become work. So hopefully it never gets that way. But Dante, just got one question for you. Actually, it's not even a question. It's just really a statement.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome, sir.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
It's great.
Let's check in and see who is in the chat. Joker J, one of the Jedi Knight Watch loyalists. Thank you so much. Always brings the comedy too, so I love having him in the chat. Doc Bat, hello. We got Action in the Box. Hello, collectors. Action in the Box from Brazil. Nice show to you all. Yeah, hopefully we are going to have a show. We start a little bit late. We were just getting our stretching in, vocal stretching, but then also physical stretching too, because you don't want to look silly and pull a muscle when you're in the stream. So we got Frank Flores. What's up, boys? Hashtag thank Frank. Universal Key. Good evening. Yeah, if you stretch too much, funny things can happen. So yeah, always be careful and stretch responsibly. Let's see here. We got Figman in the house. Hello, Wolfpack brothers. What is going on? The Thor. another comedic relief. Greetings all. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Jazzy, what's going on? I saw as we were going live, you shot me your pictures. I don't know if I'll get them on because I'm kind of already set, but we're gonna do this again if I can't figure it out or don't have time to get to yours. So don't worry, this will be something that we do. Another friend of the channel, Peyton. Hello, hello. We got AZ Figs in the house. Just when you thought he was out, reel him back in. Nice shout out to Easy Company Collectibles. That's right.
Easy Company Collectibles. It's my boy right there.
Figman says Dante had the best Friday night stream I've ever seen. Hope to see it again.
Wow,
There you go.
look at that.
Dude,
Oh, very nice.
the other day I was with Easy, and I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but we were just kind of talking about the battle droids, and he wanted to pre-order one, and it was sold out. So we started like pretending we didn't speak English, and and I started like searching for the figure, like spelling it like so bad, like battle droid, like with like so horrible spelled. Dude, I was just cracking up. It was just so funny, and people like that shit. Like people were telling me, sending me messages, like, dude, that was so freaking amazing and funny. Like it was just a moment, but yeah, we had some good time that night.
Well, that's what it's all about, is the moments. We got Eddie. What is going on? Conquer Knight, thank you for stopping in as well. So yeah, full house already, and do me a favor and hit the like button. But also, if you haven't already, subscribe to each one of my friends' channels. Rick Artemis kind of dabbles in both. He does Legos, but he also collects Hot Toys. DLO has been in this game for a long time. He is the chief of the group, so you can see his collection behind you. And then, of course, Man of Hot Collectibles. Let's get him to 10,000 before, I don't know, the end of June. How about that?
That would be amazing.
goal.
I mean, I have
They're
an
gonna stay the end
aggressive
of the night.
goal.
I was like, man,
I wanna. My
I don't have that
aggressive goal
power.
is 15,000 by the end of the year. Which I don't know if it's doable or not, but it all comes with patience. When you disappear for a little bit, it takes the toll. So you lose people and you lose traction, and it's understandable, obviously. But how can you come back with hard work? So that's what I'm trying to do, like working hard, putting content out there, try to connect again with people, trying to be more engaged, which something that I lost a little bit. Personal stuff happening, we all have lives and personal matters. So, but slowly but surely. So let's see.
Started from the bottom, now you're here. Let's go. Let's just get into it, guys. I don't know if anybody saw this come from last night, but the first thing that I thought of, it kind of something that Dilo said before, and it was
Mother of God.
I was like, oh Lord, please be with us, please help us. This is going to be brutal. So Hot Toys just kind of had like a blurb about this, and they just showed us the Batman Armory that we saw for a split second on the Flash trailer. Side note, super excited to see this. Got my tickets secured, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. Dante, you are the guest, so I just want to get your thoughts on this. Your thoughts, what you're thinking is going to happen. Are these? I mean, obviously this is a tease. Nothing's been officially announced, but do we think Hot Toys is actually going to give us all of these Batmen, or do we think they're going to be like different from an actual figure? Maybe it's just the actual body, the empty cowls themselves, or what are your thoughts on this? And are you excited?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm a huge Keaton Batman fan. For me, that's my Batman, right?
Right.
When I saw this picture, I was thinking, okay, I have to watch the movie because there has to have a reason why they're showing all this. I really hope that they have some flashback of him wearing all this. I mean, we already saw the two in the back, in the middle, right? But the other ones we didn't, right? The other ones to the right and the left, those two. And I really hope we can have a glimpse of those, like at least for like, I don't know, like 5 seconds each. I don't care. So we can have a justification of getting this thing.
Right, exactly.
My prediction is that we are all gonna be broke very quick. Yes, Batman 23. Our wallets are gonna be suffering big time for this. Because if you are into this Batman, in Keaton's Batman, and you want to have the whole package, it's gonna come at a price tag. So
Right.
I do think that this is gonna be pretty cool. I'm not sure if they're gonna do figures. I mean, let me rephrase. I don't know if those are gonna be like with eyes or mouthpiece or whatever. I think those are gonna be empty.
Right.
Like maybe you can swap some accessories from the one that we have in the middle to use for those two. I think. Again, don't quote me on that one, but that's my gut feeling, right? Because it will be too many Batmans, really. And funny thing is that I don't know if you guys saw my friend Anthony from Mafia, Six Skull Mafia. He put a post on his Facebook group saying that he was talking to one guy at Sideshow, and they said that they're gonna have multiple versions of this. When I saw this picture, I was thinking, "Fuck! What if this is true? What is this? If we're gonna get multiple versions of this Batman? I mean, different variations of this." Now I don't know, man. Now it could be possible, but I think this is gonna be something that, like an armory type of thing that you're gonna have each suit together. Maybe no articulation, just like just there, like a power pose figure, whatever they call it. And use it like this, or if we have some flashbacks, some stuff like that, maybe actual figures of this. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one, but it's gonna be fun though to have all this thing.
Well, so yeah, and like you said, so we have 89 back here. That's already up for pre-order. You have returns here, so like it could be if these are, like you guys are saying, like a power pose. It's more of like a statue type of thing. I already have the 92, which it looks like is this one, and then obviously the modern suit was up for pre-order. So it's kind of already 3 somewhat knocked out, and that's really just these 4. But Dante, if you could only get one, which one would you get?
I mean, I'm not gonna count the 89 and the 92.
Sure.
Right, because those are already there.
So basically, out of these 4, it's got the blue.
I'm digging that one. The blue with the.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. I probably would get that one.
So, DLO, is there a chance that Hot Toys teases this, but then they wind up not ever really announcing this? Like maybe like Man of Hot Collectibles is hoping, we get flashbacks or we see it, more than just a glimpse in the movie. But let's just say we don't get we don't really get any screen time with these.
Right.
Do you think then there's a chance Hot Toys just kind of leaves this as is and, that's kind of it? Or do you think this is coming for sure?
Well, nothing's ever sure with Hot Toys, right?
Right.
we can already rule that one out there. Dante with the hot take saying that we're all going to be broke. So he's probably right on that one there. Somewhere or the other, this line is going to bankrupt us collectors here, because no one had this plan on their board for 2023. Am I right? Like no one said they were going to have to buy at least 6 or 7 Batman Edens there. No one thought this was happening. But we're here now, so let's talk about it. So, regards to the question here, I think when it comes to DC, Hot Toys historically has a wait and see approach. They've been kind of like that ever since Suicide Squad, the first film. BVS, they did every figure they can think of for that one there. Suicide Squad, they kind of did the same thing almost as well too, at least with the major players, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Jokers, whatever. But then when we got to Justice League and we had kind of like the biggest flop at that point, everything died down. We didn't get a Cyborg. Obviously, that changed over time, but it took a long time to get there. The most recent Suicide Squad, we got King Shark only. We didn't even get another Harley Quinn. So I've noticed that there's a lot of hesitation on Hot Toys' part. Now, that being said, the flip side to this is we're talking Batman, okay? We all know Batman sells. Batman will always sell. Hot Toys will always support Batman because they know that's almost a sure thing for them, right? So this is Hot Toys' new Iron Man for the moment, right? This is their new Spider-Man for the moment. Batman is back. It's hot again. So I do believe we're going to get these here. I do believe everything that we see here is going to come out. Is it all going to come out at the same time? That I don't believe. I don't believe that. I think we might get a handful at most. Some might be, like I've said this on prior streams when we talked about this here. Possibly I can see like a Comic-Con exclusive version, a Toy Fair exclusive, if you will, something like that down the line. But I certainly believe that Hot Toys is going to invest money anything Batman at all times. I can't think of a time that they have not made a Batman figure if it was possible to make a Batman figure. So I'm going to agree with Dante on this one 110%.
You're crazy. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah.
I think DLO is on point on his comment. But one thing I want to add, also, take into account that when this trailer dropped and people saw Keaton wearing the suit again, it was well received by the fans. Well received. And proof of that is that as soon as this figure dropped, I mean, not this one, but the modern suit Batman, including myself, I mean, I didn't do a figure preview in a long time. I have to do the one, because it was a special moment. And how Hot Toys took their time to do a nice, in my opinion, a nice head sculpt, a nice figure overall. I think that's a good sign. And many people are gonna go to see this movie not because of Flash, man. They're gonna go see this movie because of Batman. So this is more like a Batman movie, really. So
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if this movie does good, that's what I said in the video. If this movie does good, at least fans are happy to see Batman and they love the movie. Chances are that this thing is gonna sell quick, like very quick. Very quick.
That's a good point. We were so excited with this Keaton figure too that we did a Friday night show just off the cuff. We talked almost 2 hours just about the Batman figure in the Flash movie and just Batman in general. And it's so cool, to see Keaton. I mean, he was my first Batman as well. I went to see 89 in the it was my first movie when I was 4 years old. I remember just parts of it, but I still love the movie. I think it aged pretty decently too. And I think CGI is going to help Keaton. I think he'll still be a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, I'm super stoked. But you kind of took the words out of my mouth because Brick, I was just going to say, isn't it kind of ironic? Like, we're looking at all these Batman figures and we got the modern suit already, and down on the bottom here it says the Flash.
Yeah.
And we haven't really talked or seen anything about the Flash yet. It's been all Batman. So what do you think of this Armory? What pops out to you? And just give us kind of your thoughts here.
Yeah, I mean, when I first looked at this, I was like, there's no way that they can do all these figures. I mean, what is it? 7 figures here. But like you guys said, they already have the 2 done in the back, and the one in the middle is already official up front there. So we have 4 more to go. But I was still like, this might be like a diorama and might be, something like the other guy said, more like like a stiff statue or like just the suit. I do like what Dante said about the faceplates being able, some type of faceplates or accessories to go with these figures. My question would be though, like what is it going to be the older version of Michael Keaton? If they're actually figures, younger version, they're going to be a different head sculpt entirely? How far are they going to go with this? But man, so at first I thought it was going to be like a diorama thing. But then I looked down at the bottom and they all have bases,
right?
Like
that's
their own separate bases. So I'm like, oh man, this might actually happen. And we're going to be pretty broke. I know I am dabbing into these. I have a lot to catch up with DC to begin with. So I plan on getting the modern suit, and man, that blue and gray looks really good. But yeah, about Flash, are we going to get anything from him? Is there going to be a new Flash? Are we going to get Supergirl? There's all those questions too. I know. But he mentioned Flash.
What are the odds?
More Batman announcements first, then we'll get to
what are the odds we don't even get a Flash?
Where's the money, right?
Kind of funny.
Could you imagine no Flash at all?
Right.
What's this movie called again? Batman? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see Saw 2.0 and Supergirl.
Preach. Yes, please. We need a Zod again.
Flash.
So Thor says if you look real close to the Batman on the right, you'll see Alfred's ashes on his utility belt. Yeah, he got me looking there too. So you can never tell with the Thor if he is serious or joking. So
Thor is very love-hate, because I read that. I was like, where the hell does he see that?
I know. You can see Alfred's teeth on the base as well.
His teeth are made of
glasses. Oh, actually, you can see the glasses. Have you seen this? Okay, that one that you pointed, the one that looks like the Nightmare Batman with the goggles.
That's my favorite right there.
That one looks pretty cool too.
And he's got like, it looks like he's got like rope here for like, geez, I don't know, spelunking or something. He's got the very interesting armor. I like that a lot. I don't know. Like the Nightmare always speaks to me. I just like the look of it because it was like a Batman we never saw before. Like the trench coat was almost like his cape, and it was just down and kind of gritty. And I don't know. I liked it a lot. This one here is probably my least favorite. The underwater
Fly, looks like a
Scuba
fly.
Steve one.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
But I do like this blue. This one's all right too. It almost looks like a little bit of like 66 Batman.
Yeah.
Here. You guys notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I think that one's my least favorite. The one on the left.
Oh, with the guns.
With the guns there in the belt.
Yeah.
What are the chances? And anybody can jump in here. What are the chances? These are figures, but maybe, and I could be way off here because this is new territory for me. Like this Armory type of stuff. I only have one Iron Man. I'm not exactly sure. I think all the Iron Man figures were actually figures, right? You can just put them in the Hall of Armor, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what if these are figures, but they don't really come with much? And would it make more sense because you have the Keaton faceplates and stuff just to make figures, or would it make more sense if it's just like this body, but then if you want, you can put one of the faceplates in, or but then again, you don't have the eyes because the eyes are going to be in the cowl. They're going to be, so I'm just thinking out loud here. They're going to be in the cowl. They're going to be Sir's eyes, single eye rolling system. I guess, what are your thoughts on that, guys? I mean, let's dig into this a little bit. Do we think it's going to be power pose? Do we think they're going to be empty? Do we think they're going to be actual figures? I'm trying to process this.
I'm with you on that because I have the same questions while I'm looking at, because while you're talking, I'm kind of, eyeing up each cowl, looking at the shape of each mouth opening, the eyes and all that.
Right.
The eyes you can get away with. That's very simple. But the mouth, I mean, it's got to fit just right. And not all of these cows have the same mouth openings there. They're Focus, Graham, please. This is a family show. No, but
yeah, Dante used our F-bomb already.
I know, right?
I'm sorry, I can control sometimes. I have to.
She was like reserved for me, man. Jeez, it's only 20 minutes in. All right, but in all seriousness, what scares me here, because I want to keep my excitement in check until I have more confirmation that they're really going to do this here, because my concern here is that this could be a Hall of Armor, but not the Hall of Armor that we're all thinking it's going to be, where we get to collect every figure and we're happy and satisfied. Because there's always this skeptical part about me with Hot Toys where they just troll us sometimes. Like, what if this is like the small miniatures that they've done before? You have ever seen those before that they've done? The Hall of Armors, when it's the tiny versions of figures. We could easily be looking up a bigger version of that as well. I don't want to put that into the air. But again, Hot Toys knows how to hurt me.
That's true.
It is actually a possibility, but I honestly think that this is going to be more like a power pose, and maybe all of them are sold together. Maybe it's like a 6-pack, right? And then because you have already the modern suit, maybe it's just a 6-pack with with the base and some backdrop, and just call it. But you cannot pose it, but you can just put it there. So just to have a nice display. I think that's possible,
So I'm looking at these bases. This is as close as I can get, but I can't read them out, but I can tell they're different words under the Batman part. So they would theoretically come with their own base. So I don't know if that means if it's any more likely that they're actually their own figure. Couldn't tell you that, but I can tell that there's different writing underneath on the nameplate. So take that for whatever it's worth. I do think, though, it does kind of depend on screen time. Like I said, if this is just a fragment like it is in the trailer, I think it's less likely. But then again, DLO said, this is Batman. This is like their DC cash cow. It's their DC Iron Man figure. So, it's really tough to say. What's nice about this, though, is they teased us with an actual good photo. It's not like John Wick where you cut the head off and you're just kind of really giving us that tease. And now we you know, who knows if we'll ever see that again or not. But like this is the actual like boom, it's right in front of you. So that's really special right there. So yeah,
I think if they officially release one more within the next few weeks or so, that's when we're gonna know. Yep, we're getting all of them. Because if they do one more out of the 4 that they have yet to officially show us, you know, like separately, I think that's going to tell us everything right there. If we get just one more,
I
Let me
gotta
ask you
think.
guys this here though. Like, what would be the probability of these figures, like in ranking, like out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we have here? One already confirmed. One is a 2.0 in the background over there. 92 could definitely always happen there. So let's say out of the 4 that are left, 2 to my left, 2 to my right, which ones do you think are most likely would be actually made if they decide just to give us like one more?
I think that blue and gray, because I think
agree.
everyone likes that. If you're watching, you know, any of the reviews or you know, live streams, everyone's saying blue and gray. It's yeah.
I don't
for
watch
sure.
other channels.
Me neither.
No, I think you're right though, but I don't think anything's going to be announced until after the movie is out for a bit, just because I don't think they're going to give us anything else until the movie's actually in theaters for a little bit. So I think we're going to go a while here without anything. So I think we're just going to have to wonder. But yeah, you never know with Hot Toys. It's like when the Batman came out, they teased the Batmobile, and then that was it. John Wick was teased. Again, it's still got time, but still nothing. Hawkeye was teased. Nothing. So it's not a for sure that this is coming. I would put it at like what? 25% chance, which I think is kind of high. But what do you guys think about that? I mean, what do you think the chances are this actually happens?
For all of them?
Yeah, like we actually get like this Hall of Armor type of thing.
I say we got a 50% chance.
DLO?
I'm going to price this right here. I'm going to say 26%.
Jerk. MOH. See?
I think, I don't know. I have a feeling this is gonna be something that Hot Toys is gonna do. Just because it will be kind of cool to do. I'll probably say 70% chance.
Mother of God.
What?
What?
If it happens, you guys need to kind of like dedicate a show
Brace
for me.
yourselves. Dude, so okay, let's say this is happening. I don't know how it's gonna happen. Dante, are you all in? Are you got to think about it? I know this is kind of like we're in the heat of
All
the
in.
moment here. You're all in.
All
Dilo?
in, my friend.
You all in, Dilo?
No, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm
Okay,
not.
That's fine. What
I
what
will
makes you hesitate or not sure? Does the movie have to be good?
No, it's not. It's not necessarily. I mean, I'm a diehard, so I'm gonna buy and represent it there no matter what. But you know, the thing is, as much as I, you know, obviously adore Keaton. Keaton's my Batman, just like everybody else has said so far. But for me, I'm a realist as well too. I know how much space I want to dedicate to certain pieces there. I mean, I'm in a transition of like recalibrating the collection as we speak. So I already have this stuff kind of on my mind to begin with here. So I would say, like, I would definitely agree with you guys. The blue and gray would 100% come home if that's going to be one that's going to be made. But the days of me completing lines just to complete them, because I don't love all these suits. I'm going to be 100% like Scuba Steve Batman over there doesn't do it for me. Why would I want to spend so much money on something that's going to be very expensive and I'm not going to like it there? So yeah, for me, it's just like I would probably maybe pick up like the blue and gray. I kind of like the one with the pistols. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that one.
It's cool.
And, you know, maybe the Keaton Nightmare one there. But, I mean, I already have 92. I've got 89, so I'm good there. I might just pick up the new Keaton suit, the blue and gray, and maybe the one with the pistols if they decided to make those there. But that's a big if, you know. So it's more of a good way to see, because we still got to get Affleck. I got to get me another Batman, Ben Affleck one there. And yeah, that's the last one we're going to get from him. So, you know, we've got that. Maybe I might like the Flash. I don't know. You know, so I mean, I got to keep room for him. So it's just, I know right now in my head, like, I'm not sold on getting all of them as much as I would love to, but I'm realistic. The space is going to tell me that I'm going to pick and choose which ones I want. And pick the ones that I like the most, and I'm gonna try to stick to that. So
I want to talk about something.
All right.
I'd like to say something.
yeah,
I would like to. I actually lost my train of thought when I clicked it, so I don't even know what I was gonna say. But Brick, you haven't gotten into DC yet. You're all Marvel at this point.
Sure.
Do it.
Yeah. I think this would be a great way to get into DC. You know, because Batman is where it's at. I do have a quick question though. And this might be a dumb
my question for you though is, which would you start with?
Sure.
Which one of these would you start with? Let's just say they're all available.
I'm gonna start with the modern suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the suit of the movie.
Yep. I'm gonna start with that, and then I'll go into 89, 92, blue and gray, and then maybe the other three. We'll see.
Ask your question, then I have a question.
Are those wings behind Scuba Steve there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes it kind of cool.
they're water skis, man.
He looks like a bat.
I thought he looked like a bug.
Like a bug, man.
Bug bat.
So do we think 92 Batman Returns gets a reissue?
3.0. 2.0.
2.0.
I
Do we think that's coming either way?
You know what
Even
I
if,
think?
let's just say the Armory doesn't come here.
You know what I think? And I mean, I can be 100% wrong, but do you see that third-party penguin?
Yes, from Mars Toys.
For some reason, I have a gut feeling that because now they teasing all this and you have the 92 in the back, that maybe they do the 2.0 type of thing. Like they will do the Bruce Wayne with Batman. They will do the Penguin. They will do Catwoman. I have a feeling they might do that. You know,
DLO, you want me to let you off your chain?
Am I allowed to speak again?
Of course.
My talking privileges.
DLO's got some
approved
heavy heart thoughts on the Penguin and Catwoman. He has no hope.
I don't. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been here too many times, man. So it's like, no, D-Lo, they're gonna do it this time. They're gonna really do it. You'll see.
Well,
Okay.
that's what we said a while ago with Cyborg. Oh no, there's no way Cyborg's gonna be made. Cyborg was released. Don't give up hopes, my friend. Rebellions are built on hope.
2 versions of the same movie. I mean, that's got to be. I don't think that's ever happened before. So that's the anomaly there. That's the error. So, but Penguin and Catwoman, I'm sorry, they've broken my heart so many times. I'm just gonna get the Mars one if they ever do it, and I'm gonna call it a day.
When is the anniversary for that movie?
This year.
Is it really?
The actual anniversary is already come and gone, like the date that it was in theaters. But this is the 40th, so yeah. I mean, I kind of forgot about Return of the Jedi here, kind of with all this Batman goodness. But
that's so messed up. I really forgot too. It's just hasn't crossed. That's really bad. That's just really bad. Like it's 40 years Return of the Jedi, and I completely spaced out and forgot all about it.
But like Joker says, like they can only make so many figures a year, like, and that's why I still am a little skeptical that this all comes out. I could for sure see a 2.0 returns if we see that suit, but I also don't know why we'd really see that suit outside of maybe just the scene where we pan in the armory or something like that. So it's really tough to say, but they know how to drum things up and get us talking, don't they?
What they do.
Yeah. Again, it could be just a power post thing that comes all 6 together with no posters, just like a diorama thing. You know, they've done it before. You know, they've done some dioramas, pieces, some bases for Christ's sake. They did freaking Lizard, only a base.
Right.
You know, they can definitely do this as a power post that you put it just for display of purposes, like accessory pack or something. I don't know, but you know, I can see more chances of them doing that than individual figures, unless they actually show this in the movie, each figure, each character per se, then it is a chance that they might start doing one by one.
Sure.
I mean, think about what happened with the Bad Batch. I know it's all a different topic, but at one point we thought they're never gonna complete the team, and they are very close to completed, if not completed yet. With announcing and that. So again, I think more chances that we're gonna see this as a power pose than individual figures. So all of them together, like a one big pack with some nice, diorama, some nice backdrop bases, and just gonna to complement the modern suit, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to just look for clues too. Like split cut boot design. Like it looks like this has a split cut, but then all of these look like solid.
Right, it looks solid. You
I
don't
know,
see
I can't
pegs.
tell.
You don't see. Maybe you can see. Well, maybe
Oh,
there are
yeah.
pegs that you can rotate the hands, but other than that, I mean, if you look at all of them, look a very straight pose. Like
Right.
Yeah.
you know, you see the creases. You see the creases on the arm were supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily because you bent it, just because the natural shape. Like
Right.
especially on the blue one, for example, right? You can see the creases on the joints
Right. Yeah.
and the arms. I mean, definitely no articulation on the first one, the one with the '60s look. There's no indication that you can actually even move this thing.
Right.
The front, obviously, the modern, so we're not gonna talk about it because we already saw that. But yeah, I think this is gonna be more like a power post thing. Including the two in the back. I think
So would they be like plastic? Just like it looks like a suit, but this is like actually sculpted?
probably,
Because,
probably.
well, I mean, this one has like a cape, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know.
They gotta make it. I'm sorry. There's no way it's a power pose. I'm like, it's gonna be one or two things. It's gonna be the miniatures, which I pray to God that's not what the route they're going to go with that there, because that would piss off everybody. But there's Hot Toys. They like to do that sometimes.
Oh, that's true.
But it's Batman though. You don't power pose Batman. You know what I mean? Like if you power pose Batman, first of all, people have stigmas about power poses to begin with. Like, oh, it's not a 1/6 figure. It's a statue. It's a 1/6 statue. You've heard the taunts there. So for me, I just feel like as much as I give Hot Toys grief, they know when they're going to make money, when they're not going to make money. That's why they pick and choose so much there. So that's why they complete stuff. Why they don't complete stuff. It's so they follow trends very, very often. I just find it hard to believe that they would lose out on a golden opportunity to cash in on a few extra Batman suits that they can put some kind of funky diorama and charges an extra $100 more than what we want to pay, and we'll buy it just because it's Batman. It feels like a crime if they did a power pose for this one.
What if it's the modern suit and then a cardboard backdrop of the Armory?
I retire. That's it. There's just
Cardboard.
yeah.
It's just cardboard. Brick, what are your final thoughts on this, if you have any at all?
I think it's gonna happen. I was at 50%. It's the more we're talking about it, the more I believe it's gonna happen. And I think we're gonna find out a new figure's coming pretty soon. I think when the movie drops, because they wanna give us a little sneak peek of stuff when we're all hyped for the movie, right? So that first week the movie's out, I think we're gonna get something new.
See, I would think like that too, but I always say Hot Toys does the opposite of what I say, like strike the iron when it's hot, right?
Yeah.
But then they always like 4 months after the movie's out, it'll be like, oh yeah, we're gonna come out with.
But they're doing it right now for
fine, but
yeah, they're doing it right now for Across the Spider-Verse and Batman or Flash.
It's
right
what they
now,
should do,
Yeah.
I remember when Black Widow came out, and we got Black Widow at first, but then Yelena took like 3 or 4 months to come out, and by then everybody saw the movie and it was like, it's okay, and then it kind of died down. But again, this is Batman, so I don't see that happening. But any other thoughts that you boys have here on the cardboard piece that comes with the modern suit?
Yeah, I mean, even if the movie sucks, people still gonna get this Batman.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, sure.
Honestly,
I agree.
It's Keaton. Even it's an icon, such an iconic character. That, and this is our generation type of thing. So like we've
Right.
seen this I was like 9 years old when I went to the movies.
Right.
Who's that guy there? Big Bretta.
Oh,
Never heard
boy.
of him.
This guy's trouble if I've ever seen it.
I thought you were my This fucking guy. So yeah, I think even if the movie sucks, it's gonna be a good thing. I mean, figure for sure. So,
And I don't see it sucking. I think it will be good, but like I agree. Like if it's not good, I'll still be happy to add another Keaton representation to the collection.
If it's not good, they just won't make the Flash. That's it. Everything else will come.
Right. But let me see here. Eddie says he's most excited for Supergirl, and I think Brick is with you on that one. He is the biggest Supergirl fan. That's actually his teenage crush right there. He's had that poster since he was a teenager.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think he would like to see that representation, but I think he's good with this one too.
Gosh, when you zoom in on this backdrop, it looks so bad. I can't wait until I get into my actual studio. It's so bad. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Big Breda says, hit that like button and let's pray for the day I'm invited to this show. Actually,
send him the link and see if he joins. It's a pussy.
Let's do it. I actually invited him twice, and both times he didn't show. So
some amnesia there.
3rd time's a charm.
Julio joined.
But okay, so let's keep it moving here because we got a lot to unbox here tonight. Nope, don't want that yet. Not yet. That was a little tease right there. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna get the ball rolling here and see if Breda's actually around. Oh yeah. He's at work. I'm at work. Yep. Don't even try. Okay.
Slacker.
Sounds good. That's 3 invites. Anyway, this was a figure that I was really looking forward to. I pretty much passed on Mando Luke because I'm bigger on the original trilogy. So I was really excited for this. I thought the prototype photos were awesome. Could be the blogger photos, that sometimes that happens with lighting and whatnot. But when this dropped this morning, I was kind of underwhelmed. And DLO, you said it in our chat, and I was like, dude, you took the words out of my mouth. Like, first thing that came to my mind was just underwhelmed. I don't know. Like the suit looks simple, flat. There's no wear and tear on it. It looks very clean. Just like it hasn't been really worn. I thought the head sculpt looks okay, but I don't know. Something about this. So, Dilo, I want to start with you. I want to get your thoughts on this, but what are your thoughts? Tell us why you're kind of underwhelmed with this.
It's kind of mid. I don't want to admit it, but I think this is kind of mid here. I have so let me explain why I think it's mid. I have the original. I have the 2-pack, right? So I can tell you right now, I already know that they're using literally everything for the most part is reused from the original DX. The body is the exact same. They use the same body for Luke Skywalker every figure for the last 10 years. True story. The only difference is the padding amount that they put into him. This one, I think they put too much padding into it. It doesn't look like he's necessarily built that way. It just looks like he's has a few extra pounds on him, so he's just puffy. And the other thing that bothers me too is the hands. I know everybody's like, why would say what would you have a problem with the hands? Those are the same hands from the original. They've reused the same hands every single time. And believe it or not,
look at this. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. If you look
crazy,
if you look at the hands and what that comes with every single Luke Skywalker, the one thing every Luke Skywalker does not have is a set of relaxed hands, regular relaxed hands. That's it. They still have this wide finger, force push kind of thing. It's all the same, which okay, it's no big deal. But for me, it's just if this is supposed to be a 2.0, it feels like this kind of misses the mark for me here. The head sculpt is decent.
Is it the same one as the Snowspeeder?
It's not. This is the Mando.
Kind of open on that one.
This is the Mando one. This is Mando, right? It's the same hair from the Snowspeeder since you bring that one up there. And the other hair, can you go to the one where he has the hair that's kind of like he's been sweating on? There he goes. This is the one that kind of bugs me most, because from the original photos, the hair is actually different. It's more swept to the side, kind of gives it more that ruffled look there. This looks like you got a bad haircut for your mom kind of hair. And it just feels like it's it takes away from the head sculpt itself there. Like from the prototype to this one here, like I think that's the biggest travesty here is that guys go back to those photos, look at the hair, and I'm going to tell you, and it's completely different. And I think it just messes up. This actually looks like a pretty decent shot there. But when you look at it right here, no, go back to the one you just had. It was perfect. So if you go to this one right here, you can almost, if you look at the head directly, it almost looks like it does not fit on that body. And because it really doesn't, that's a brand new head sculpt on a 10-year-old body there. And even with the puffiness there, it kind of gives it that bobblehead effect. So, and like you said, Graham, it's too clean. That's my other gripe there. But I don't know if I'm dying to get it. I feel like I'm a person who already has the DX. I don't know if I really need to upgrade. But I mean, for anybody else, obviously grab it if you don't have one. But for people who already have the DX05, I'm not sure if or DX6, excuse me. I'm not sure if I really now feel the need like I have to upgrade as much as I did before these new photos came out. So I don't know. Rant done. I'm done.
That was some.
I watched that sideshow video like 17 times because
I haven't even seen it yet.
I had to look it over, man, because it's just like it just felt off, and I was like, something is missing. Like I can't put my finger on it. I dissected the whole thing, and I was looking at my figure too. I was just like, it's okay, it's decent, but it's not what I was hoping it was going to be.
Well, I gotta say too, like I think part of it is probably these blogger photos. I don't think they're the best, and obviously the person who took these is still gifted, like better than I can do, but I don't think they're very flattering, for the figure. But Dante, you look like you're in kind of some thought there. What are your thoughts on this?
I just ruined everybody's excitement tonight.
Something that
the Joker said it there.
Ooh, ass shot. Look at that.
So I can agree and disagree with DLO on this one. I think the head sculpt is really good. Obviously not perfect. And for some reason, Hot Toys always struggled to get Mark Hamill's likeness, like on point. I mean, there's one better than others. I think the Snowspeeder is one of the best head sculpts I've seen. The actual Mando look is pretty good as well. I think more in person than in pictures. For some reason, some of these figures doesn't translate as well in pictures, but when you see it in hand, it's a different experience, right? Based on the body, I was actually when the dealer was talking, I was comparing the prototype from Sideshow side, and it is the same body, really. Like, I don't know if this is the same one they use. I used to own the DX07.
I forget which DX is it.
I think it's the Exos. I think it's the Exos.
One of those.
I used to have that, the 2-pack with the nice diorama base. I had it before. Very possible, very cool. I don't know if I don't think it's the same body, but maybe they're using the same principles when they build that body. If that makes sense. Proportion wise, I think it looks good. Maybe some angles are better than others. Maybe you should wait to see my review and see my pictures, not to brag about.
Wow, what a plug! The transitions.
But the reason is because sometimes some angles are weird. Like when I take pictures of the figure, I take in an angle that you can see the whole thing in a more kind of like how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean?
The sexy music helps too.
I know the sexy music helps. But I think this is a good release, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not disappointed at all. For a 2.0, I'm very happy with this. Could it be better? Of course. Was it a decline from the prototype? Always is
right.
We're gonna have the same thing. So it's always gonna be something that is gonna be less than the prototype. Head sculpt I think looks nice. Body to me looks good. Again, we need to see the figure in hand and feel it and see if the padding is real. Maybe it's a different body that they're using, because this is a DX, I think, right? So maybe the body they're using is a bit different. It's the exact same body as the Mando look.
Ooh. You're off your mic.
Yeah, you switched.
But while he's doing that, I like this picture here. Same.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but it's still computer. If I get this one, I think I'm going to pose him with this hair sculpt.
I would do the same way.
I like this look, and I like this pose in this picture. I think this is great. I love the space. That's something that really, had me on this figure, other than it being Empire Strikes Back Bespin. But I really like the space. But Brick, let me know what you think about this. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
Let me know what you think about this, Brick, but also let me know, do you think this is going to sell super quick? Do you think this will be around for a little bit? Do you think we can kind of wait on this one, hold back and wait for a deal? What are your thoughts on the figure, and if it's going to go fast or if it's going to be here for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think he looks pretty good, other than the fact that he does look a little beefy there in the chest. But I think the head sculpt looks really good. You know, I don't have previous Luke Skywalker, so I cannot compare like the other guys can. But you know, if I was getting a Luke, I would choose this one over Mando, at least from pictures that I'm seeing. Also because, you know, I like the original trilogy, and I like some of these poses that they're using. Do I think that, and he does look a little too clean, I will say that. I agree with that as well, but I really like him. Do I think that he will sell out very quick? I don't, due to the fact that there are multiple Luke Skywalkers out right now. And so I think that will keep it up on the shelves a little longer. I think there will be a discount. I don't think it's going to be crazy. But I also think a lot of the, you know, hardcore Star Wars fans are going to be wanting this one pretty bad. So I think it looks great. I wish I could get that background and make my pictures look this good. Like I love this too. I mean, that whole setup there is really awesome.
So Brooke, yeah, you had a good point. I think this is going to sit around for a little bit too. I think maybe in the fall, 10, 15%. I don't know about 20. We'll see. But being that it's OT, I think it's really, really awesome. I think a lot of people are going to get it. I still think I'm in the running to get this. I do want it, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit. But like
that's a good picture.
I like that. This pose is very flattering, though.
But his face looks really good there,
right?
I think, yeah.
But like you said, so we have Mando Luke that's still in stock. We have Snow Speeder Luke that's still in stock that a lot of people think is even more superior than this one. We've got other Lukes that have been, you know, created. There's probably going to be other Lukes that will be created. Maybe 2.0 Return of the Jedi this year. I don't know, but I think there's a lot of Luke Skywalker to choose from. So I do think that this could possibly sit on the shelves for a bit. But yeah, like just some awkward poses here. DLO, I can really see it here, like with the head sculpt kind of looking awkward on this body. But it's like you said, Dante, it's probably the angle too. It's just not, it's not a great angle to pose this guy in.
Yeah, and I'm watching the video just because DLO mentioned it. I didn't realize
17 times.
But
17 times. Man.
But you know, how can I say this without being offensive or hurt? You know, hurt some sensible people.
All right, well, hold on one second there. 1 second.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're good to go.
Thank you. So, you know, I mean, I don't know why they keep using the fucking white background, man. It's just so like, I don't know, like it doesn't, I don't know. When you have a darker background, you can appreciate the figure better, I think. When it's white, it kind of like makes everything
kind of washes it out, especially with the color. Yeah, no,
because I mean, I've seen other reviews, like for example, Mando Luke, the one that I did. I saw all the reviews, right? And then when I look at I mean, not saying that mine was better because I'm not saying that, but when I see the white background and the darker background, I can appreciate the figure more in the darker one. For some reason, I can see better, and not necessarily me, other people too, like other people using darker backgrounds, you can appreciate the figure more. So, not to say that this is just an excuse, you know, not to put some patches on this, because if your figure is good, doesn't matter what lighting you're using, it's gonna be good no matter what, right? But honestly, I mean, looking at this, I mean, at the sideshow review, it looks, to me, looks good. You know, now I can see what DLO is saying about the body, maybe more here than the pictures. That is a bit beefy, right? So, again, you know, I think if this is something that you missed originally because you never got the DX07, it is a good option. You know, maybe there's some other people who's going to be doing some modifications. I don't know, but it doesn't look bad to me, to be honest with you. It doesn't look bad to me at all.
It doesn't. I don't think it looks bad either. I don't know. For some reason, I was just underwhelmed when I saw it, and I think a lot of it has to do with just these photos. And you know, I think
Yeah, some
Golden
figures-
Armor Wonder Woman was the same way. Everybody was all up in arms about the photos, but then when you got her in hand, you're like, wow, this looks really good. I do think the Mark Hamill head sculpts do look better in hand as well. I don't think on photographs or on video they come across the best, but I do think they're good in hand. And I am excited to kind of get this new head sculpt because I don't have the Mando Luke yet. So, but I'm definitely going with this hair sculpt. I think
For sure.
I think that helps the figure a little bit, but I do wish there was, a little bit more wear and tear on the outfit. Just make it look a little bit more realistic here. I'd like even just a little bit of dirt on the boots or something. It's just too clean.
I kind of want to get the head sculpt and the hair and just put it on my DX and see if that would be sufficient for
If
me.
it works.
That might work actually.
And this lightsaber is USB powered, correct?
No,
They still
It's
have
old school.
old-fashioned swappable arm, which sucks.
right.
And that's one of the things that I think Sasha could have done. I mean, Hatus could have done better on this one. If this is gonna be a 2.0 DX version, just go all in, man, and just do it.
Right.
Just give us the USB powered lightsaber because
The
it's
base
bullshit.
USB. At least we're halfway there.
Yeah, the base and that
the
base
base is
looks
good.
cool.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, you can actually, plug it directly to the power, and you should be good.
So refresh me, guys, on what's the difference between the DX24 and 25. Is it just that you get the extra base?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much.
And the
Which
Darth
is what
Vader.
I really didn't want that extra base
And
anyway.
the Darth Vader helmet, like you said.
Yeah, I really don't care about that either. But I
Which,
know
by the way,
everybody's out
is
there
the
like
old,
get
by the
DX,
way,
the deluxe.
which is the 10-year-old face in that Darth Vader mask. They couldn't even be bothered to update the face in the mask.
Right.
Just saying.
They repainted it though.
If that paint apps. The paint apps, guys.
Paint app is much better, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, sometimes
Breda.
Hatus is lazy. That's the problem.
Yeah, they definitely can recycle and reuse. They are no stranger to that. Big Breda says the fat suit ruins it a bit, and Joker says got to pose that fat away. Okay, Chris Elliott DX7 with Snow Speeder Luke sculpt is perfect. So
Yeah.
there you go, Dilo.
I'm a big fan of that head sculpt. I really do like that one. Not everybody cares for it, but I like those head sculpts.
Right. 1-6 Shooter says that something in the eyes, the pupils are larger and lighter, but outside of that, the face looks good. We got Hawk Wars toys in the house. What is going on, Ray, my friend? Says, look
What's
at this
up,
crew.
Ray?
What up, gentlemen? What is going on? Thank you for stopping in to the show. If you guys are looking for any hot toys, look no further than Hawk Wars toys on eBay. Great guy to work with, great seller. I've never had a problem. Bought tons of figures. I love it because he's close to me, so I usually get next day delivery too. But I can't
Really?
promise you guys all around the country that.
No,
So
he's fast. He's fast. Super
but yeah,
fast.
super fast. So
Yeah. I just
thank
got
you
my
for,
R2D2
stopping in.
too. So.
oh, nice. Look at you. Look at you.
Get my Elena tomorrow.
But that
That's
no, I
nice.
actually got it today. It's in the box. That one I'm
In the
keeping.
box. Peyton says it looks dope. Joker says he's looking for some snow troopers.
Go away, Joker. You're drunk.
So, Brick, I know we talked about this. Let's just say you're looking for your first Star Wars figure. Is this in the running, or you got something else up your sleeve?
I think my first Star Wars figure is going to be Darth Vader, 100%.
Hmm.
I'm not sure which
Good
one,
choice.
but I feel like if I can only get one figure at that time and have it sit by itself for a month or so, Darth Vader's just looks good by himself. Then next up will be Luke, and I think it might be this one. So I like this. I like Mando too. So I haven't really.
You've been focusing on Marvel.
I've been focusing
You've
on
tried to
Marvel,
stay away so
but-
that you don't get enticed, basically.
But man, don't want to get ahead or anything. I'm really looking forward to that Anakin and Padme coming out. Looks like, early next year. So hopefully I have a few Star Wars figures before then so I can add them to, maybe this Luke and a Darth Vader. So
Very good.
Yeah.
D'Lo, is this the best Luke Skywalker to date?
No.
Which one do you think is the best? Snowspeeder?
Snow speeder. Hands down.
Dante, is this the best Luke to date?
No, not the best. The best is I agree. Snow Speeder, and believe it or
Look at
not,
that.
and believe it
What
or
was that
not,
photo?
Dude, I'm telling you, these pictures are horrible, man.
You
I'm
like
Luke
my
is so
lightsaber?
sassy tonight. Look at him. Ooh.
I'm sometimes 10. Even 1/6 shooter can do way better pictures than these fucking guys. I'm telling you.
I can't wait
I've
to see
got the
Dante's
force. Hey.
C3PO and R2D2. So yeah, those look great too. I gotta say though, like maybe it's because of the characters, but I'm okay with my sideshow for right now. I know Hot Toys gonna blow it out of the water, but like it's not on my radar for me to get those. Like my stand-ins of C3PO and R2 are just fine because I don't really pose them or anything. So I don't know about you guys. Well, Dante, you got your R2D2, but D'Lo, you don't have the sideshow ones, do you?
Oh, which one? C3PO?
C3PO and R2?
I've got a sideshow C3PO, but I have the original deluxe R2D2, not the most recent one from episode 2.
I might upgrade. It's just not going to be right away. So we'll see. Hawkworth says the white hair looks off.
And he just
might
joined.
Need a bowl cut.
What did I say? And he just joined.
He just joined.
Or
maybe he was lurking.
Possibly.
I don't know. They're just kind of weird poses. I don't know.
It's just like he needs to go on a keto diet. Look at that belly coming out, man. It's just
arched back too far.
I'm bummed out. I mean, you can always take the fat suit out. I mean, Luke has had fat suits before. People have taken them out and they look so much better. So the only thing is I don't see where it looks like the jacket is stitched in this time. The original one had buttons, the press-on buttons.
Okay.
So it's like you're going to have to perform some operation here. You're going to know how to sew to get this thing back on. That's what the bummer is. Like anything can be fixed by a collector, but it depends on just how hard they make it for us. And that looks like it's going to be a pain. Also, what is up with Luke's pair of space Uggs? Those have been like annoying me a little bit this whole night. They just look very, very Uggish. Compared
you're just pointing out stuff that I can never unsee again.
I'm just so disappointed in this figure. Listen, I wanted this to be amazing. Like I saw the proto, like whenever it came out, I'm like, I need to sell my DX and buy this immediately. And now it's here, and it's just like, F you, Hot Toys. You pissed me off.
No, but that's
something that.
Again, these are my opinions, guys. Everybody who's listening, these are my opinions. If you love it, I'm sorry if
viewer
I'm
discretion is advised.
The negative one in the group here, but like I'm a huge Luke Skywalker fan. I have every single Luke Skywalker, and this may be one that I may hold off on. Maybe wait for a discount. Maybe not even pick it up at all, just because it's just like for me, it's just like I was really excited for it. Now I'm not. So we'll see.
You're actually
maybe
talking me into getting it. I like the used hands, the bad hair, the UGG boots, the dad bod. I'm
gonna wait.
It's like a
until
reflection
Dante's
of me,
review. That's coming out soon, and then I will make my final decision. That's what's gonna happen.
One thing that I mean, the point of 2.0s is to get something different, something extra that you didn't get with the original release, right? So the original release holds its charm, holds its value, holds its place. Right, the DX07 is one of those. Right, you cannot replace that DX07 with anything else that will come after. Maybe we can get a figure down the road with better paint application, better body, because again, technology evolves, right? But the DX07 has many goods. Maybe one of the downs is some of the likeness on the head sculpts, because some copies were better than others. It was not consistent copy by copy. At least the one I got was better than other people's, DX07 in terms of the likeness. For some reason, don't ask me why, right? But we have that beautiful diorama with two figures that now is obviously once in a while you can get 2-pack, But this one here is kind of like a combination of the two. At least Hot Toys tried to cut down one figure and make it 2 for 1 type of thing, but they kind of miss on some details, like you pointed out, like the jacket, for example, right? That's something that I just noticed too. You cannot open it. You cannot take the jacket off and just leave it with the tank top, for example, just to do some nice scenes with Yoda if you have Yoda. So I think now that I'm looking at this more deeper, I think Hot Toys missed on some of the key features for this particular figure, but other than that, I don't think this is bad at all. I mean, again, I think that the head sculpt is the selling point for me. I mean, it looks very good, right? And again, for some reason, these blogger pictures are not the best.
Right.
They're
It
not
happens.
horrible. Of course, they're not horrible. They're really good compared to even regular photographers. But I think it could have been done better. Like, I don't think they show the real potential of this figure. Just my 2 cents on that.
One thing that turned me off immediately after the prototype was announced here is just this base too, like these half-ass bases where you just get this thing that can like lay over it. I didn't like that with the snow speeder either, but like the people always say get the deluxe, but I really have no urge to have this base. I don't really care about the helmet either. I just want Bespin Luke. So this is one I could definitely see, getting the DX24 as opposed to a 25 and saving some money when I'm never going to use this. And to me, it would have been smarter for Hot Toys to give us this base with the DX24 and then the other one with the DX25 to make you kind of hop up and get that one, where I think the other one just looks pretty superior. So not a bad release, just kind of underwhelming in my opinion. This is kind of cool. I like this a lot. Just kind of this cool stance here, and if only we could have the smoke effect and the actual lightsaber light up like that, that would be pretty cool. So, Brick, you got any final thoughts on this?
Man, I think he looks great. So every time somebody says something negative about it, I see it. The only thing that really gets to me, honestly, is the meaty chest and the clean outfit. Other than that, like Dante said, that head sculpt is really, really good.
This doesn't look bad here either. Like right here, like I think it's the lighting. A lot of it's lighting. So
yeah, and
right here.
I'm looking forward to seeing Dante's review. See what's up. So
what's up? All right, DLO, any final thoughts?
Yeah, it's not a bad figure. It's just in the middle of the pack. I was just hoping for something. I wanted it to be figure of the year. That's what last year Snowspeeder Luke was my figure of the year. I was kind of hoping Luke would go back to back, but it's decent. It's decent, but it could have been better. That's all. But if you want it, get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at them boots.
Dante, any final thoughts on this drunken Luke pose here?
I mean, I think we said everything we could. I mean, I'm gonna wait for the review, obviously, to give more a better opinion. I'm gonna see if I can do something else with this thing and show a bit more than the review that Saisho put over there. I mean, I still very happy to have this guy. I think likeness is really nice. The Hellscope looks good. Again, when it's in hand, it's gonna be a different experience. When you open that box, you feel the smell, you see the accessories, everything that we discussed, you forget. Really, like you see the figure in your hand, you feel it's a different feeling. If you know what I mean. I think let's wait for the in hand review, and then we'll go from there. But I think this one is a good option. Not the best, but a solid good one.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna get into the community. We're gonna admire the community collections here in a few minutes. I just have one more topic that I want to talk about, and it's our friends from InArt. They release some factory production progress photos on Gandalf. So if we have any Lord of the Rings fans here, you might want to pay attention to this, because I gotta say, this is some fire that they're throwing out here. This looks simply amazing. Brick, we're going from Bespin Luke to Gandalf. What are your thoughts on this? Just kind of looking through these photos. Do you like this? Are you getting tempted by Lord of the Rings?
Man.
I know Harry Potter is tempting you. Game of Thrones is tempting you. InArt is kind of pulling at your heartstrings right now.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I see anything Lord of the Rings, it tempts me. So seeing this head sculpt, at least in these pictures, 9.5, 10 out of 10 head sculpt. I see nothing really wrong with this. I got really excited this morning when I woke up and saw these pictures coming out. I don't have this pre-ordered. I missed out on it. So if I want it, I'm going to have to pay a little extra, and I'm not really willing to do that right now. But man, yeah, everything is looking really awesome with this. I like what InArt's doing. you know, and yeah, I mean, I'm kind of waiting to see what they do with more Lord of the Rings. So it is kind of exciting to see, you know, this is coming out and it's, man, they're killing it. I mean, even the hands, I mean, that you're showing here, it's really looking good.
You like those liver spotted hands?
Yeah, man.
Look at those fingernails, even like it's just like
so much
looks
detail.
like they're see, there's some dirt and grime, you know, even those fingernails. You know, we didn't get that in on Bespin Luke, but we're getting just that extra detail on Gandalf's hands here. I like it. DLO, what are you thinking? You're a Lord of the Rings fan, right?
I am a Lord of the Rings fan. I have this one on pre-order. I am very pleased with the progress photos there. So shout out to InArt for giving us an update. That's just good for business there. You want people to get excited about your products, let them know that you care. That's looking at you, Howard. But yeah, listen, the updated production, the sculpt is looking great. I'm loving the rooted hair. I normally am not a rooted hair guy, but when rooted hair calls for it, it definitely looks like it's on point there. This Lord of the Rings line is looking really juicy. I already have Aragorn on pre-order as well. I cannot wait to hear more of the other fellowship to come out there. But so far with the first one, I'm really, really excited. I'm really hyped up here, and I can't wait to get this one in particular in hand.
Something I love about what InArt does is their bases, and I've talked about it in the past, but I just love how they incorporate the base with the figure and kind of make the scene. And I know, you know, Queen Studios does that with statues. You know, that's part of the statue, Dante, is that base. It's not just like this toyish looking thing. So is this something that interests you at all?
I actually, believe it or not, I pre-ordered all these figures already. I'm not into Lord of the Rings, but I think the beauty of this figure is difficult to pass. Even if you're not a hardcore fan of the Lord of the Rings, you need to appreciate art, and this is one of those, right? That's the reason why I'm gonna get this one. It's already pre-ordered, so I'm just waiting until it is released. I think the amount of detail on this thing is fantastic, freaking amazing. You know.
No, I agree, and I think that's what drives up their price a little bit is the detail that they go into. And it's not to take anything away from Hot Toys or what Hot Toys is doing, you know, but just like stuff like this, you know, where you have all these individual pages with actual writing on them, and the tailoring has been good. I mean, Joker's the first offering, and I think it was a solid offering. I think there could be some improvements, but I hope that InArt learns kind of from some of those things too, and then, you know, just keeps getting better and better, because I do think it was a solid first figure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I have this one. I have Argon. I think I have Pennywise. The one that I didn't order was the Batman, Patterson Batman. But
did you get Harry Potter?
No, I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't. It's not a pre-order, is it?
I don't know.
It's
not on my radar, so I'm not
no,
sure.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I mean, I watched the movie.
No, I think it is on. Yeah, it is up for pre-order. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one again, this one because it is kind of like iconic one, you know. I mean, I saw a lot. I mean, I watched Lord of the Rings many years ago, and I tried to rewatch it again, but I couldn't finish it because again, it's not in my alley. You know, like I was kind of forcing myself. But I mean, I know Gandalf, I know these characters, so it is iconic. So even if you're not a fan of this movie, you know, if you appreciate art and you appreciate the likeness of the character, I mean, this is something that definitely you should have it. You know, for value purposes, I think this is going to be a good one to have in your hands.
Yeah, Hawkworth says, personally, I feel that InArt Joker is super fragile. Just ask Dante.
What? No, it's perfect, man. It can hold his weight. Let me show you. I'm just kidding. Dude, no. You see the InArt Joker, you know, despite that accident that happened to me, you know, people were like super mad when that happened. But I was really pushing this thing. Like no one did. I just pushed it. And I did a video with all this, you know, ups and downs and things like that, just to show people my figure is perfect. I'm telling you. Like it's still there, same pose, same position. the gel, the gate, whatever is in the back of the base. No issues, no leaning forward or backwards. It's perfect, straight, zero issues. I'm telling you, like this is more like I was pushing, but I do think that learn from those mistakes. Maybe making the magnets a bit bigger in the hands, or just trying to improve the magnets on the base. I mean, they had to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, overall, I think if you put every person that got the inner Joker, I would probably say like as average score, probably like 8.59 out of 10. Really, I don't think it's
Right.
less than that.
So one thing I didn't think that was needed was the die-cast accessories. I think it adds a lot of detail, but I just don't think it's practical. Do we know, are these like swords, are they going to be die-cast, or I'm assuming they would be, but does anybody know?
I
In the
do
panel or
not
in
know
the
for
chat?
certain. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they are
Right.
die-cast, considering how they were with the Joker's accessories there. But it probably would be. I couldn't confirm that. I know there was some controversy with the with Gandalf's his staff. I know that was a big one there. There was a lot of people who were upset about the accuracy of them. They've gone back and fixed that there, which is, kind of what I said in the beginning. Like, I like this about InArt. I don't know much about them. I catch, I forget the gentleman's name who comes on the streams every now and then,
John,
does the
right?
circuits.
John, yep.
Is it John? Okay. Yeah. I mean, he answers a few questions here and there, but I don't know much about InArt. But what I do know is that my experience with the Joker was pretty positive overall. I'm not a fan of the bases, but that's just my own personal copy that I didn't like the base. But you can't deny they make a great figure. But I just appreciate the communication. The fans spoke. They're avid fans. They want this to be accurate as possible. They listen. They made changes. They're updating us, as they get closer to final product, and it's refreshing. It's refreshing. So yeah, I think this Lord of the Rings line is going to be dangerous, which is why I can't get every Batman from the Flash. So we'll leave it at that for now.
The only knock I saw on this was like the beard was still too short. Just that
that's a matter of opinion.
further, but yeah, I mean, so it's, if that's the nitpick that people can come up with, then you're doing something pretty good, because people are going to complain about something all the time. But I think the rooted hair looks really, really good. I think the likeness is, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's amazing. So that's the one thing that InArt has been doing a really good job so far. Obviously, it's very early, but man, just from what we're seeing, these things look really good. So to anybody that is a Lord of the Rings fan, I'm really happy for you that you're getting these offerings and you're going to be able to collect, something that you really like, because Lord of the Rings is still a big franchise out there. Anything else you guys want to talk about with this? I don't know. So obviously Pennywise is probably coming out first, and then I think this is next, right? Pennywise, I think, was the second figure announced.
Yeah, but now that I'm looking at this, I mean, they're probably gonna do this first.
Think so? Oh, yeah, because we don't really have
Pennywise at all.
Updated production photos from Pennywise, so that's a good point.
And this one is more complex to make, than the Pennywise, if you think about it, right?
Right.
I mean, every figure is complex anyway. What they use in the bodies and everything, but this is more like a higher end than Hot Toys to me. Is more detailed. Like the packaging feels more like premium. You know what I mean? Like all these little things that they added to this figure. I'm not saying that this is better than Hot Toys. I'm not saying that. This is just a different tier. That's the way I see it, because it's more expensive as well.
But the price actually isn't that bad compared to some of the other offerings we're getting, like Harry Potter and stuff. I thought it was like,
this one I remember
around
how much
$5
was. It was in the 500 range.
Yeah,
400, 500 range. I think
it's 500.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, with the rooted hair that you're getting, I mean, it's expensive.
It is expensive, yeah. For a 1/6, it's expensive for sure. But look at what you're getting too.
Right.
Right.
I mean, don't forget, Artemis has the license as well too, and I think their Gandalf the White, they did a couple couple of months ago that was released. I think it's well over 300 plus as well too. So,
right. With the horse,
right, with the horse and all that stuff, right? You have options there. So, and there's a reason why InArt's making this here, because a lot of people who are fans of Lord of the Rings are not satisfied with the Azimuth's line that they've done there for the most part. So,
right,
this is a great option. It's a great option for fans.
I agree. So, well, guys, without further ado, I think we just jump into it. I like watching people's YouTube collection tours. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like to see how people display their stuff. I like to see different poses, just how people have it. It's something that I can just sit back and watch, even if I've seen it before, and just check it out. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but that's kind of why I wanted you guys to be able to share your collection with me, no matter how big or how small. Whether you have module cases or they're on a shelf, it doesn't matter how you display them or how many figures you have. We're just kind of part of the community, and we want to be able to admire what you got going on and maybe speak on it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do next. But before I do that, I want to ask each of you this one question. Dante, I'll start with you. So what's the most important thing to you regarding your collection? Is it poses? Is it lighting? Is it, having module cases, or, organization? What's the most important thing that you have to have for your collection or display?
I think organization. I like to have it organized, like, for example, all Star Wars, like all, OGs here, some of the, sequels, if I have sequels here, same thing if I have 80s and 90s, I like to put it like oldest to newest type of thing,
left to right.
Yeah. It's just more like organization, and and some cool poses, but no super dynamic. You see, even though I do some, when I do videos, I do sometimes dynamic poses. I like to keep it simple, really. I think for me, simplicity is the best. Plus, it also extends the life of the figure in terms of not damaging suits, if it is a rubber suit or anything like that, or leather per se. So I like to keep it simple but nice. And now, and lately, I kind of been getting much better at doing some really museum poses, more like natural. Before, I used to put it like that. It doesn't look bad, but it wasn't looking like natural. But now I'm kind of like getting better than that. And I've been doing that on my videos as well. Like, the angle of the feet, for example, pointing one way, then the other feet pointing the other way. Even with the droid, like, it looks so natural when you see it, like, but that takes practice. It seems simple, and maybe it is. Maybe it was me that was just an idiot and didn't know how to pose my figures. But for some reason lately, I kind of discovered that, and
Sure.
I kind of like that. But I have to repost a bunch of those figures too, because when I discovered my little trick of making it look like that, those were already displayed. So, but the latest one are much better in display. But yeah, it's poses number one, and also organization.
DLO, how about you?
For me, it's all about synergy. It's all about just kind of telling the story within each case there. For me, that's kind of like what my passion is when I attempt to put my figures together. Some figures can be dynamic, some can just be holding a simple accessory that's important to their character. It just, for me, I always drive my inspiration from movie posters, where you can tell a lot of what's going on just by how everybody is kind of positioned and stuff like that. So for me, that's always key, because and that works for any type of collector, whether you're the collector who likes to put one figure in a DTOF, and have specific like figures around that one there, or if you're a collector like me who tends to have to bunch up figures because you have to maximize the space of what you're putting in everything. So for me, synergy is always the number one thing I look for.
And Brick, I know you're 2 weeks, man. You're getting to your new house. You're setting up your studio. You haven't had a chance to enjoy the figures that you have. They've all been sitting in boxes and whatnot, and just kind of waiting. So my question for you is, what is going to be the most important thing? What's the one thing you want to make sure you accomplish when you get into your new house and you get your display set up?
Making sure I get the figures that I want, not what's big. I think it's very important to get what you love, not feel like you have to get everything. Enjoy the hobby. Don't feel like you're forced to get every single figure, unless, of course, you're doing it for content. That makes sense. But for your display and everything, make sure you get what you love and kind of have a game plan and a blueprint on what your display is going to look like. By, for example, for me, I'm doing Marvel right now. Next up might be DC and then Star Wars. I'm sure all of us have started somewhere and done the same sort of kind of thing. But where I'm at right now, it's all about getting what I love and what makes sense for my collection. Another big thing for me is I am, the Lego guy and the community right
Not
now.
no more.
So a big thing for me is how am I going to, get my figures to look good with my Lego sets? So I have a daily bugle, maybe put some Spider-Man figures around there. Do I put the Lego on one shelf and the figures on another? And so that's going to be really important for me because I do have a Lego channel. And I do want to stick with that. So I have to have that up as well. So to me, it's, mix matching everything. I mean, I see DLO, he's got, lightsabers and I know Jedi, you have some helmets around and we have Dante that has the statue. So it's always kind of like making that your space, your man cave, whatever you want to call it, and doing it the way you love to do it, not feeling so much pressure and just enjoying it. So that's the most important thing for me.
No, it's a good point. I mean, when I first started collecting, I got rid of a bunch of figures that meant a lot to my childhood because I didn't think they fit in the display because of how people would view my display. Now I don't really care. Now it's just me, but I still have high standards. So, but I'm learning to collect what I love, be selective. I can't get everything. Well, I can like everything. I can't, collect everything. So, but I agree with you guys. Like Dante, it's really important for me to have simple yet effective poses, natural poses. If you want to call them museum, but like realistic, but Dilo, like organization is big too, and telling a story and having those poses. And I'm very so organized, very OCD that I never get it right either. Like if you guys can see, I've moved everything again and changed it again because no matter what I do, I was up till like 11:30 last night. A simple tweak turned into changing everything and trying to figure it out. So, I'm still in the process of it, but I got my Batmobile up top now and I have the back half shelf above it. And then the 89 and return stuff there. DC, I love how that looks. You probably can't really see it, but very good. And then we moved Marvel here until I can get another back half shelf here. So, and then Star Wars is now behind me in the 6 series. I don't even know. The Star Wars may come back and put it all like I like how Dilo has it where it's all together. So we'll see. But those are very important things to me as well. And I don't think there's any wrong way to do it. So I think we can just take joy in being that we're all in this hobby together and that we can all have fun. So one thing, though, that Eddie says is lighting. I would agree with that. Lighting is very big. It is one of the things that popped into my head, but it's not the most important thing. I think if you have like the room lighting is fine, but I do think some sort of case lighting really helps illuminate the figure and kind of just brings it to life. So if you haven't invested in any type of lighting, I think that is a good idea, whether you have DTOVs, just shelves, try to light those bad boys up. But without further ado, let's just take a gander. We're going to talk about your collections here. Some of you have 1 photo. Some of you have 2 or 3 photos. Some of you sent me a lot of photos. I apologize if I couldn't use them all, but for time purposes, I just wanted to make sure that we had enough time to discuss your collections. So we're going to start here with Alexander sent me this, and he's got some Maju cases here. Looks like 6 series, a couple different sizes here. He's a big Star Wars fan. I like what he's got with the feet. Did you guys know that Maju case sold feet like that? I know they have like the actual risers, but I wasn't he told me these were actual Maju case riser feet.
I think we're blocking it from where
I can't see
the
it.
tiles are out there.
You guys could have said something earlier instead of just looking at me.
Well,
there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, look at that.
There's that photo. So we got some prequel stuff. Looks like a big Trooper fan. DLO, I don't know how you feel about that.
There's nothing wrong with somebody having a focus here, but this goes exactly what I was saying. Like that case right there, beautiful synergy there. It's telling a story. It's telling his story for his collection, and that's exactly what I would try to do in my collection there. So I think this is a really good looking one right here.
Yeah, and I agree. Like I think Moducase just really helps simplify displays, but yet make them look elegant and organize them to a certain extent as well. Dante, you got some Moducases. What do you think about this? What do you like? What do you see? Any figures that you don't have that you want?
I had all of them.
I don't want to brag, but
I don't want to brag. No, I know I don't have it anymore. I had it at one point. That was a tough decision when I have to sell stuff, like because when you got so many figures together from the same line, it's difficult when you have to sell them, right? But then you have to think, I personally, what is my focus? What I want to do really. So I think the display looks very nice. It's simple and nice, and I think that's what I like. Personally, I like simplicity. So I think this is just, to me, is in my taste. So very nice poses and everything. I think it's very clean.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very clean. Like even though you have a lot of figures up in the top there, it doesn't look cluttered or unorganized. It looks very organized. Brick, what are you thinking here?
Yeah,
Does this get you excited for your Moducases?
It does, and it makes me want some feet now. I lift them up a little bit, so I need to figure out how to get those and where to. I don't know how long it will take, like 8 months or something, but definitely need some feet. But yeah, it looks very clean. I love that his organization has all the troopers up top there with Ahsoka, and you got is that the Clone Wars Darth Maul there on the right?
Right here?
No, that's the DX-17.
On the right, on the top right.
Oh yes.
On the right,
yep.
yes, it is.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so it kind of looks like, yeah, I think it looks really good. Very clean. He's got some space at the bottom yet that he can add to.
He's got some room to grow.
Needs some marble.
D'Lo, cue yourself up here. But the feet are a big deal. You'd be surprised what a few, like 3 or 4 inches, can do for you.
You gonna set me up like that, man?
Yes.
That's what she said. All right.
And there you have it.
All right, I'm good.
All right, we also have another case here where it looks like he's starting to get into a little original trilogy. So that's a man after my own heart right there. And I think he's picked some really good figures to start that with. So, definitely, again, room to grow. That's the one nice thing about Moducase is you get into it early. You have a goal for your display, and then you can kind of grow into it. Same for me. I got plenty of room here. Might look a little empty at times, but you have a lot of space in somewhat of a small footprint. So I think he's onto something really, really nice here, and I really dig it. So obviously a Star Wars fan, and it looks really good, Alexander. So Qui-Gon, kind of one of those like almost forgotten figures, but I've never owned it, but kind of I don't want to say a grail, but he's kind of sought after where you don't have a whole lot of figures from the Phantom Menace. So like it's kind of one of those you need if you're a prequel fan. Rob, I know you were kind of looking
it was
that maybe being one of your first Star Wars ones at some point too.
Yeah, for a while, because I love the Phantom Menace. In the minority with that. I think it's one of the better, especially better after the originals. But yeah, I really like him. Was that the other Moducase with Vader in there and everything? Was that the same guy?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
so
nice.
These are his.
Okay.
Yep. Let's just check in with what you guys are saying here in the chat. Joker says clean, good lighting, inviting. Yeah, very inviting. Peyton says that's a really cool Star Wars collection.
Very cool.
Can I just add real quick there? Like my favorite part of his display right here is actually on the middle one. I absolutely love the way he has Count Dooku flanked by 2 battle droids in
awesome.
Django. That looks so good. Like hats off to you, man. Who's the collector who
this is Alexander. I wasn't going to use last names, but so Alexander.
Alexander, good for you, man. You got a great start to your collection. Keep it up.
There you go. Let's see. I wonder if you'll show my collection. Well, so I think 98% I will be showing. Jazzy got his in like as I was going live, and then there might have been one or two that sent it to me on Instagram where it was really compressed that maybe didn't get my message about sending it to my email. I'm not sure, but hopefully everybody's is in here. And if I don't get everybody's, we will be doing this again. But Dante, look who we got in the house here.
Hold my balls in the house, man. It's been a while. Hold my balls here.
It's a hold my balls type of display there. Love how clean it is. Black background is the best choice. I agree. You know, you do have the white Maju cases too, but something about the black, you could say maybe the figures blend in, but I don't see that. But I could see where the white would really make them stand out too. But I think black just looks awesome.
Yeah, I think black is my favorite color.
Riley Reviews in the house, just popping in to say what's up. Good stuff as always. We may see his collection in here. He might have sent me something.
Ooh.
So yeah,
boy.
Good to see you.
Skip to that one.
The next one we have is Austin, and I know his YouTube name is, they call me Queso Blanco. And
Queso Blanco.
This is like a smaller. He's got two photos here, so this is going to be a smaller display. However, this guy's he's in college right now, so the fact that he has any type of display to me is pretty impressive, because there's no way college me could have been able to afford to be in this hobby. So I applaud you, sir, for having any figures, to be honest, because yeah, college. So we got the it looks like Return of the Jedi Luke, but is it?
It is.
He's got the brown cloak, but yeah, and then we got a Grogu there, so it just kind of threw me off. But he's got a different display here with some spotlights, something that we don't typically see. A nice single figure display. You guys ever, in your collections, you guys ever have something like that, like a single figure display, or did you always have like D-Toffs or Maju cases or something?
I had one. I think I had one like that before, with the spotlights. It was pretty cool though, actually. But then it runs out of space so quick, because you need multiples of those. And imagine if you have 50 figures, like, it would be crazy. But that one looks pretty cool. I like the poses.
It's like the one Joao was like talking about a while back ago.
That one is good. That one is good.
But Dilo, what do you think about spotlights though in general? I'm not the biggest fan of spotlights.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had much experience with them. I've usually gone the LED strip kind of way. I just seem to work for me early on, and I kind of stuck to it. I do like the idea of being able to move the lights around a little bit there, but I'm lazy in that regard. There, I don't want to have to fidget with anything. I want it to just look exactly the same in every single case, and I can go about my business. One less thing for me to worry about. But for someone who just has a few figures here and there, I mean, I think that would look really nice, actually.
Yeah, I know. I did it when I first started collecting. I was like dabbling in different, different cases before, maybe even before I had DTOF, or maybe like just for a one-off or something to put on the desk. So I think especially if you're in a dorm, smaller space, it could be something that is really nice and kind of protects the figure. He did say in the email that somebody signed these boxes too. So these are Sideshow figures. I don't know who signed them, but that's pretty cool too. Brick, what do you got?
Yeah, sorry about that. I will say though, with the spotlights, I love what it does with the lighting with this Luke's face right here with underneath the hood. I think that looks badass. That's really cool. So I like that.
Joker says, "Real world me couldn't afford college me."
Same, Joker. Same.
Yeah, so the autographs obviously make it, more special for the figures too, and kind of that extra pizzazz to the figure as well. Yeah, they all look dope. And good poses too. Luke is more simple but Jedi-like. I like that a lot. And then this is a badass figure. I was looking for this figure for a while, and couldn't get it for a good price, so it's not one that I have. So this is like one that was sought after for me, the Sand Trooper. And then he's got Beskar Mando there.
Mm-hmm.
DLO, you got this one?
Yeah.
Bastard.
There was a time when you were able to collect every Star Wars figure and be okay, but now there's just too many. So
true.
But can we just acknowledge the fact that those 2 clone troopers that he has there with the autographs, those are some serious sideshow girls right there, Echoes and Fives right there. I mean, we just can't just go past that there. Shout out that he has the new Jesse there, but I mean, for a collection, is this the entire thing he gave us here to look at?
Yep, these 2 photos. Yep.
I think it's awesome. Look, I mean, he's got representation. He's got representation for original trilogy. He's got representation for the Clone Wars, a little bit of the new Mando show. I think this is awesome. I mean, if we're talking about college, like this guy is way ahead of the curve. I mean, I would have a loose baby Yoda in a pram, and that's all I could afford if I was lucky that month. Right. Depends if my student loans gave me a little extra, after everything was paid off. But shout out to you, dude. Like, you have a figure that the Jedi Night Watch does not have in that Sand Trooper.
And one that I really wanted to. So
that's awesome. Just took a picture of that and sent it in. That'd be better.
Take that. No, it's you really hit it on the head. Representation. He's got it all here. So I think that's cool. You don't need every single figure just to have representation or even to be a collector. So I think that's awesome. All right, let's keep her moving. So this is from Kelvin, low-key collector, my friend Kelvin, and this is some serious stuff he's got going on here too. So it looks like he's got Maju cases, and something that jumps out at me right away is this Rocketeer. I love that. I need that. Calvin, if you're watching, where'd you get that? Is that third party? I need it.
Yeah, it is a third party. I think Joao did a review on that one.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
Mr. Third Party himself. So, Dante, I want to start with you. You are the one that has statues out of all of us. What do you think of this intermingling of figures and statues, or even just the way he has it set up?
I like the lighting, the poses, the colors. It is very nice, and this is more like my vision that I have with my collection, to be able to mix the statues with Hot Toys or 1/6 figures per se. That's kind of like the vision I have. So eventually, I might change some of the displays I have. I don't know if I'm gonna continue with module cases. Maybe I just gonna do custom made ones, like something that my friend Costa did with the cases. But this one here looks pretty cool. I like the statues on the top, Hot Toys at the bottom. I wish I have the space, to display it. So it looks pretty nice. I like the floor too.
Yeah, he's
who said
into
this?
Those. This is Calvin Low-Key Collector.
Calvin Loki, shout out to you, my friend. Very nice collection and very nice setup.
DLO, what jumps out at you? What do you like?
I like everything. I like everything. I love the way this collection is set up. This collection to me screams confidence. It screams confidence. It says I'm going to collect my way. It doesn't have to make sense to you. It's just got to make sense to me. That's like the first thing that came to mind. Because if you look at who's with what? If you get in to look at everything here, you got a Rocketeer with a John Wick.
Right.
A captain. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to him, and that's all that matters there. And then factoring, you got the mingling with the statues, with the figures as well too. In my OCD mind, I could never collect like that, like it's display like that. But I would love to. I just don't have the confidence in myself to make it work. But Calvin here, just to me, like it all connects, it all clicks. It's a weird like mishmash of everything, but it flows at the same time. It's a weird way to like describe it there, but to me, the best way I can describe it is just like this collection has this confidence.
Brick, can you get behind this?
Oh, heck yeah, man. Can you imagine walking into this room and how many hours you can spend looking at each figure and the way he's got this set up?
This is his too, by the way.
Oh, wow. So yeah,
that's even, oh man,
he's
killing it.
And here I am at the Home Alone house. I mean, come on.
He's got a Ghostbuster pack here.
Uh,
If I could get a statue, this Joker's one of them that
dude,
I definitely would want.
He even makes the Funko Pops look good up there. Look at that.
It's got some Funko. I have this one. I have that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Man, the bat signal there. Yeah, it looks really good. Love the way he incorporated the statues. Love the statue choices too. I like that Mr. Freeze that he had over there. Man, yeah, very well displayed. I like what he's doing down here at the bottom.
Some Lego here, buddy.
Is that the 90s Batmobile right there from Animated? Yeah, down there with those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. Yeah, and some Lego. What's up?
I do have one problem with this.
Not
it
enough
looks
Lego?
like he has 2 Jazz Inc. BVS Batmobiles. Sir, send one my way. Send one my way, please. That's pretty awesome. That is a Batmobile I wouldn't mind having. I don't think Hot Toys will ever do it. And I think, again, having the Tumbler 89 and then the BVS in the middle would be pretty sick. But yeah, I love what he's all got going on here. You know, doing it his way. He's got one more here.
Look at the lighting leading up to the ceiling.
I was just gonna say, lighting, not only in the cases, but guys, like even like we've talked about on my channel and you've seen in other channels, but even like colored LED lighting somewhere else around just adds to your collection. Out, DLO and myself have the Govee Glide, which is awesome too, and you can do like a bunch of different things with that. So, if you want to take your display to the next level, obviously it looks like Calvin's been doing this for quite some time. So, don't this is a marathon, not a race, but lighting
definitely,
and just so if anybody is wondering, he's got some heavy stuff up here, but he's got this like plywood on top. So he's making sure he's doing it the safe way. Cause obviously we just have like the particle board, not even particle board, but whatever material.
Yeah. The thinnest thing you can possibly do for a roof of a case, basically.
So Module Case sells their own. Mm-hmm. You can buy like a cover over it that you could put stuff on, but he's doing it the cheap way here. Just spend as little as possible so that you have more money for your figures. But the thing he also does, guys, is he does the lighting in the Iron Man figures and everything. He has Thor, Spider-Man. He has them wired up so that he, turns things on and then it all comes on too. That is something that I am jealous about because I would love if my armored Batman or my Iron Man or whatever would light up with my stuff here, but I can't imagine what his electric bill is. So
can we just make a note? My man's got a proton pack just laying on the floor like it doesn't matter. It's like, this old thing? Jeez.
I like this a lot. This is really cool. Brothor, couple Thanos. He's got some Hall of Armor stuff going on here.
Got to find room for that Batman.
Hell of a collection. I thought this guy was just strictly a DC guy from the first 2 photos. Right. And then he just throws out Halls of Armor. There's a Hulkbuster. There's a Gladiator Thor over there. Entire Endgame setup. Beautiful statues out there. That advanced suit Spider-Man or whatever they call that from the PS4 game with that pose, it looks sweet. So, yeah, I want to be friends with this guy. Just let me know what this guy. What's his name again?
Calvin. We'll have him on the show pretty soon too. But yeah, he's a good dude. He's the guy. He's been on Bargain Bin Brothers, probably LWO. He drives semi truck once in a while. So like, he's so dedicated that if he gets called into work, he'll still do the show and he'll just plug in while he's riding. So this is his.
I remember.
Collection.
Okay. I remember seeing that episode. Okay, so yeah, Calvin, dude, you're crushing it, bro. Like slow down. You're making this look bad.
I just want to cycle through these one more time. So yeah, just so you guys can see. And he's got like artwork as well. Obviously for time's sake, I couldn't show it all. He's got the Stormtrooper disguises. The CFL scares me a little bit with the heat and not being able to leave it on a long time. So I've stayed away from that, but I would love to do like the arc reactor, LED stuff and whatnot. So this is really good stuff, Calvin. Oh, he's got this. This is like the BVS armor, the I don't want to say it's like a hall, but like where his suit goes as well. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let's put
Okay.
picture frames inside the module case. I like that.
Yeah. He's doing it again. He's being creative and
sick.
doing it his way. So it's really cool. We're going to go to another photo here. This is going to be from Carlos. And this is another one that gets me going here. And again, it's so clean and so just amazing and simple. I love how he's incorporating figures with vehicles here. And it just looks so awesome. This is something that I would love to do. I wish the tumbler fit into the 6 series so I could have more of this look, but it's just too damn wide. But Dante was talking about building your own shelves, and this is definitely a garage shelf that he made look super high end. Doesn't have any plexiglass, which is perfectly fine. That's not always easy to get cut or whatnot. This looks amazing. I drool over this. I've seen something like this, I think, from him on other groups, and I've saved it to my phone because it's a goal of mine to have something like this. So, Dante, what do you think of this setup?
Very clean, very nice. That's all I can say, man. And I think those garage shelves are similar to the ones I have.
Yeah.
If not the same one. What I did was I guess he painted it. No, he didn't paint it. It's black. Yeah, I think it is the same thing.
I wonder what he lined the shelves in. It's very
the light,
very high end looking.
Yeah, the lights makes the difference.
Right.
I switched some lights. Let me see if I can just move this. I have to disconnect because I had cramps on my leg. Dude, it fucking killed me. Almost killed me. It went all the way to my belly. Like when you have it in your leg and you don't move. Dude.
That's bad.
Anyway, that's bad. Yeah. I was doing some yard work on the weekend, so I'm very beat up and tired. But I don't know if you can see from there, but so you cannot see it. So hold on. Let me see if I can move the camera.
Oh yeah, I see.
I don't want to destroy all the setup.
Shelf.
But you see how bright the lights are?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So those are LED lights, but those are the strip lights. Like I put it around, but those are very bright, and I like that. I used to have one before, but it wasn't that bright, and it looked very I don't know, weird. So I have to remove it. So I put one over there at the bottom, and also at the bottom of this one here. I mean, you can see the Joker or part of the Joker right there. So yeah, that's what I did. So
what did you line the shelves with?
The lighting?
No, what the shelves, the black. What did you use to?
Nothing. It's how it came with. I didn't do anything. It's just exactly how I bought it. I put it together. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. He has exactly the same one as this one.
Okay.
This one has a nice finish in the front. It's flat, so you don't see the little holes.
Right.
In the front. Only if you go in, you can see the holes on the side. But
you gotta share that straight with me.
Yeah, I'll share it with you.
Okay. Appreciate that. DLO, DC, you gotta love it.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is minimalistic 101 right here. I mean, it's one of those things where I love what's inside the case, but I love the background even more. Like the exposed brick, it just gives it this very much adult kind of collection. Modern, minimal, you can put it in any part of the room and it will just work with the rest of your house kind of look. And we're seeing some really good submissions here tonight. Some really good submissions. Everybody has a different version of what a collection room can look like, and we're getting to see a little bit of everybody's here. And this one, it's just pretty. It's pretty in the eyes. It's very warming and welcoming here. It was definitely feels like something that a couple friends can gather around and talk about what's on these shelves here. This is just, I strive to be this good as this guy here. This is a really nice one.
I'm really jealous of this bottom shelf here too. The Jazz Inc. 66 Batmobile, 66 Batman and Robin. I haven't been able to acquire any of those yet. Brick, share some thoughts.
Yeah, man, you took the words out of my mouth. That 66 shelf down there is amazing. You know, we're always talking about the black background pretty much all episode and how that helps bring out the figures, but you know, DLO's right. This white brick in the background is doing something for me. It's almost classy looking. You know, like you could sit down there, like he said. It's so yeah, I love that he's got, you know, the vehicles down on those 3 shelves and, you know, 1 or 2 figures next to that vehicle representing that day and age. And then, yeah, it's got the rest of them up top. Looks really clean. Looks really good.
If this was the only pieces of my collection, I'd be perfectly content, I think. Yeah. I'd still need some of my miscellaneous, but whatever. But yeah, do you think he painted the brick just for this, just to like give it that, or do you think it just worked out? He just put it against his white wall. I think he actually probably painted it, and just because that, like, you see, like it's minimalistic, but there's so much detail here. How everything is just right. I don't know. It's just so cool.
Do you think it's actual brick, or is it one of those wallpapers that looks like?
I think
brick?
It is brick.
Probably is brick.
Because you can just tell.
He's got the checker tile floor as well too. I mean, it all clicks.
Yeah.
So
dope. And again, this is Carlos. Just a super look here. Next, we got a photo from Daniel Parks. Again, a lot of these collectors these days are trying to save some money, but make their collection look nice. So we're going with the garage shelf here again. This looks familiar. This looks like something that I tried. And I wrapped my shelves in a bed sheet because mine came particle board, unlike Dante's. So I actually had to wrap mine. And then we did the same thing kind of for the backdrop here. But Brick, I want to start with you on this one. Whoops. Hold on here, Brick. There we go. What do you think? So Star Wars collector, what do you think about mixing pops, you know, with 6 scale?
Dude, I love seeing stuff like that. You know, it's your hobbies, it's your collection. You know, do it the way you want, and I think it looks great here. I love what Funko's doing with their backgrounds too right now. I've seen that every now and then, but you know, I think these garage shelves go a long way. That, you know, just going on the cheaper end, you can get it really fast, and I think it does a lot. I love the lighting here. I think it's looking really good. And yeah, it looks like it's right next to his monitor, so he's able to look at it every time he's on the computer, and it's beautiful. I love it.
DLO, did you catch this Scout Trooper here? A little bit of a modification there.
Scout Trooper. Oh yeah,
Cauldron on there.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Very good call out there. I didn't see that there, but hey, looks like someone just saved some money on the new figure. Am I right? Good job to you. Good job to you. Way to use your resources. This is I like to call this strong museum posing. This is it's tough, man. Like I admire this guy. Like, this is probably the strongest posing we've seen so far in some of the photos there. It's just
I like this.
It gives some menace to some of these figures here, but they're really not doing much. They're really just a little twist of the torso, a little bend of the knee or elbow, and that's really all these figures. I mean, they all have just like really strong poses there. I mean, me personally, I'm loving the Boba Fett in the throne. I just love the way how his head is kind of tilted forward, but looking down, helmet in his lap, rifle at the ready. It just looks tough. It looks tough. This is good one here too. This one here is you know, another garage shelf there. Nothing wrong with that there, but I think like this one here, just like the figures are doing all the talking instead. The other one was the background for me. This one's like the figures are doing the talking. Just everybody's knocking out the park tonight. A lot of confidence in this group here.
Yeah, he told me he got this Vader pose from me, my Rogue One. So there you go.
Well, so now
I'm an influencer. Dante, what do you think? I mean, it looks like you know, he's just collecting what he likes. It doesn't necessarily have to be prequels with prequels or OT with OT. You know, he's just kind of putting his characters together, and I do think that works. And I think it kind of is a breath of fresh air at some point too, like just kind of having Darth Vader next to K2SO.
Yeah, no, I think I mean, honestly, if you collect one figure or 50 figures or 1,000 figures, it's still a collection, and that's what you love, and that's what you have. And and it's fine. I mean, I appreciate all size of collections. Really, I don't have a preference of larger, smaller. I think as long as it looks good, well posed like this one, it's a winner. And I think I do agree. I think the poses are very strong, very simple but very elegant at the same time. So you can appreciate every figure, with no issues, like very clean. So yeah, this is a nice one too.
Joker says he likes the staggered depth of each figure, gives it life. Yeah, I agree. I try to stagger my figures just to give it a little bit more balance, more space, but yeah, also more depth to it as well. So I got the collector in the house. What is going on? Thanks for coming to the show. We're just admiring some of your displays in the community, something that I like to do. And you know what? One of the biggest things that I get out of this is just stealing your poses. So thank you for that. I love this top shelf here, especially the mall looks so menacing. Look at this Boba on the throne. It's the chef's kiss right there. And yeah, the Mando has just got all the attitude. Bo-Katan strutting her way. I mean, this whole thing looks great. Really, really good stuff here. All right. We haven't seen yet are DTOFs. But we still have some DTOF collectors out there, and there's nothing wrong with DTOFs. So this is going to be from Eric, and he's still rocking the DTOFs, and I like what's going on here. He is a huge Marvel fan. I've seen this display in the community a few times here, and he's got a lot of figures, and he's doing something kind of going against the grain. He's kind of packing them into the DTOFs, but what he's doing is he's staggering them so at least everything is still visible, and I like that a lot. He's got good lighting, and then he's got the bigger. God, my mouse is jumping on me. He's got the bigger figures kind of going here on the top. Dante, I want to start with you on this one. What are your thoughts about this? He's got a little bit of room to grow here. Got one cube. Wonder what he's saving it for.
One spot left. Very, very nice. I mean, all of them are nice figures. I think it's too crowded for my taste.
Sure.
And I understand. I mean, DTOFs is limited in space, so he managed well to put a bunch of figures and in a nice museum pose. So kudos to him, because it's not easy to have module cases. I'm sorry, DTOFs and display a bunch of figures. I tried and I failed miserably. So despite that, I think it looks nice. Anyways, you can still see each figure, at least some of them. Maybe the back is a bit difficult. Again, it's a DTOF, so it's difficult. But other than that, I think everything, the organization, the figures, the colors, looks very nice. So very well done for a limited space for sure.
Joker says this is Justin's bathroom. Oh man. No, I agree with you. Obviously a lot of us started with DTOF, so we kind of graduated to module case, but it's not in the cards for everybody either. I get that module case is expensive and it might not even be for everybody. Some people say they look like fish tanks or whatever. I just think the nice thing is, and Eric, you can take it for what it's worth, but you get the same footprint, but you get to use all of this space and just some dead space from where the DTOFs kind of end. I think you can utilize that, but I really like what you got going on here. Hulkbuster up top. Just make sure too that you're not overloading these DTOFs that all of a sudden one day, and I know he's had this for a while, so he knows what he's doing, but I would just hate to see anything break on him. But DLO, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think this is a really good collection, believe it or not. And I mean that sincerely. I mean, I know to somebody, this is like, first thing you say, there's too many figures in there. But I mean, for him, I disagree, because I kind of see where he's going with this. I know I kind of get the vibe of where he's going. Number one, he is using all the space there. You can see he has acrylic risers for the back ones there. So everybody's properly viewed. I'm picturing as if I was in this room looking at his collection, I can definitely see that I can see everything that's inside those cases, despite how many figures may be in there. He definitely has his favorites, and I think it's a good way to go. He's definitely a huge Iron Man fan, huge Captain America fan, and he has a couple miscellaneous Avengers in between, but it's primarily those guys there. And I think it works. He's got a lot of great suits, and he has them kind of sneakily color coordinated to go along with this. So, I mean, this may look like chaos to somebody, but to a guy like Eric, I can definitely see that this was methodically planned out there. So I think it works. It's not going to be for everybody, but I think he pulls it off there. And I love that he has some quarter scale love up there. He's got the 42, 43 from what I can tell. They just all look great. It all looks great up there. So I'm picturing this is what Eric has to work with for space for his collection. And I just see that he's making the most of it there. So shout out to him.
Brick, what do you think?
Dude, I can't get my eye off of the cube there in the DTOF with Stan Lee and Iron Man all surrounding him. That is so awesome. I love that. You know, at first glance, I think it's a little crowded at first, but then you really get into it, and like DLO said, you know, he definitely knows where he's going with each individual cube in his DTOFs, and yeah, every single DTOF looks amazing. He's got plenty of figures. He's got 3 Hulks up on top, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
And yeah, definitely jealous of this collection here.
1 Batman, and it's the statue. So I'd like to know what made you want to get this for your DC representation. Before we go to the next one, I know Dante's gotta head out. He's on the East Coast. He's got to get up early for work, so I don't want to keep him, any longer than we have to. Dante, why don't you just obviously first thank you for taking the time. I know it is late for you, so thank you for taking the time to be on the chat with us. I know we had a whole lot of fun with you. What you got going on your channel?
No, thank you, my friend, for the invite. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I have to wake up very early tomorrow for work. So, but thank you for the invite. Nice to see you guys. What is coming next? I have R2D2 probably coming this weekend or maybe before the weekend. Well, tomorrow is Thursday, right? Oh shit. Yeah. Probably by the weekend I will have R2D2 from Attack of the Clones, and then next week I'll have Bespin Luke. So I can wait for that one. And I think that's it that I have for now. But I might do a stream next Friday, so I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's all I got. I just want to say thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys in the chat, and thank you everyone for supporting me. I just hit 9,000 subs, so that's good. The goal is to make it to 10,000 as soon as possible, and I'm gonna put more videos. So just stay tuned.
Sounds
9,000. That's huge, man. Congrats.
Thank you. It's tough. I mean, Graham knows it's really not easy to grow on YouTube, man.
Right.
And it takes a lot of time, really. And it's fun.
Unless you're Brick Artemis, but it's another conversation.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is my hobby at the end of the day. Really, it's not my like a full-time job, and I feel like at one point I was treating this as my job, and I was really disregarding my family and doing more stuff and missing out on things. So then I have to kind of like step back a second, think, rethink, and try to have time for both. And now I'm in a position that I can do both, and I can manage my time better. That's why the streams are getting difficult for me. Because I spend time with my family on Fridays and then on the weekends, and then I have to be in my office, and when I come home it's kind of late, and I don't want to just kind of show off and just do a stream and bring nothing, right? Just kind of just do it for doing it. Doesn't ring the bell to me. So that's why I want to take my time. And if I do a stream, it's gonna be well organized. I'm gonna have panel. I'm gonna have good topics to talk and things like that. So, but thank you guys. Thank you for the invite, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.
Sounds good. Catch you later, and be well, sir.
Take care, guys.
Have a good one,
man.
Thank you.
All right. And then there were 3. We're like the kids on Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory tour. Let's keep moving because I do want to get through these, but I know we're running on some time here. So this is from Ethan. Now he's got a smaller collection here. Looks like he's using details, but he's got that new Luke. He's got some. Looks like he's a Mando fan. We got Ahsoka here as well. But look at what he's got over here. That is some fire right there. I just saw that guy sell for like over 800 here. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't know his backstory here, but I think small, but he's got some banger figures here, DLO.
I mean, what can you say about this one? This one is very straight up. It's just like, these are what I like the most, and that's exactly what I have here. The Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Anakin, that's a really cool combo, especially that he decided to go with the Rosario Dawson as opposed to the, you would think he would put the Clone Wars version there, but he liked that version of Ahsoka clearly more, and that's the one that's in there. So Yeah, this is a perfect combination. See, for me, when I first started this, it was all about lines, collect lines, finish lines. It has to be accurate to the line. Well, this clearly is not in chronological order, right? But this is what makes Ethan happy here, and so that's where it bottles down to there. Whatever you figure you put in your case, as long as you're happy with it being there, then that is absolutely all that matters there. So simple, but you know what? It's perfect for him. So I dig it.
Awesome. Let's keep moving. Brick, I'm going to have you start with this one. We have another DTOF. This is from Frank. This is hashtag thank Frank. Frank, thank you for sharing. I always love seeing some DC goodness. He's got like a little couch here. He's able to enjoy this hobby. But Brick, what jumps out at you? What do you see? What do you like? Any figures you come to your jump at you here? What's going on here?
This guy is making DTOFs look amazing. This looks really, really good. The artwork on the side there, you got the vehicles on top. You got that Joker, what is that, the quarter scale down there?
This is, I believe, third
statue?
scale statue.
Third?
Yeah, we've
Okay.
Kelvin had this. And I believe
Yeah,
Dante
that-
has this one too. So
Is that
Man,
Prime 1? I'm not a statue.
I believe
guy,
so.
but that's a
Yeah, I
Prime
believe
1,
it
right?
is Prime 1.
Okay. Man, he's even got the Christopher Reeve Superman in there, and yeah, he's
Fire.
yeah. I guess I'm not the only Jared Leto fan either, So
You are.
yeah.
You and him.
Yeah. But damn, he's really making this look really good. Man, I only have one Maju case, but it
Poor
would
thing.
Well, you have 4.
I have 4, but like one
Yeah.
setup.
One
But
spec.
man, DTOFs would look good on the other wall for sure. And I'm gonna have to take some pointers from this guy. The lighting is perfect.
DLO, I like that he's got 2 per here just to kind of keep it balanced.
Yeah, this reminds me of the good old days. This is when I had the ETOS too. That I kind of went this whole route too. I just liked it. I love everything about this here. First of all, like the choices for me personally, the DC lover in me, it's just like this is a banging collection. This is just like it's hit like you got the armored up Batman right next to the BVS Superman. It looks like he's actually got all 3. He's got the all black chrome one and the battle damage underneath it there. Like this is just straight up like this is like a greatest hits that just like I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. It just looks so good. But I almost didn't realize at the top he has his vehicles as well too there.
Mhm.
The lighting looks so awesome. It looks so good. Like this gives it like some really nice shadows to it there, and really this kind of draws your eye to the top. Once you're like done drooling at all the details, you can just kind of pan up and just like, man, those are some sweet stuff.
Dude, that's like the lighting up top, the lighting of the Batcave or something,
Yeah.
That's actually a good comparison there.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It just kind of gives the whole room a mood. Obviously I imagine like the whole room is dark right now, except with the details and that, and I can imagine that looks good.
Something that I like too is he's got these things off the floor. He's got them on risers, so
That's the way
you
to
can
do it,
enjoy
man.
that bottom shelf, and you can see, it's one thing that always bugged me about DTOS until I got mine raised up. It bugs me now about my Mod cases a little bit, is that I'd like it to get just up a little bit higher, and he's done the right thing here, son of a gun. And then he also has this photo as well, so the other end of the room.
Come on.
He is throwing some smoke at us, and it's crazy. We do have Frank in the house. He says, yeah, it's a Prime 1. So we're loving this. Also, really quick, Kelvin, I know I'm late. My bad. Just getting off of Say What. Hope everyone was doing well tonight. Calvin, we were drooling over your collection earlier. So just go back on the replay so you can watch us, lose ourselves over your collection. So, yeah, it was amazing, and we loved it. But Frank, you got something going on here too. This is pretty cool. I love this Batman right here. I love the Superman too. They're all just really, really good.
That Hush Batman right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is good.
Dude,
I mean,
this statue takes up a lot of real estate too with this cape and everything. I mean, these aren't small. These aren't small statues. This down here that looks small is a quarter scale.
Yeah.
And I like that statue. That was one I was thinking about getting back like a year ago, but just didn't pull the trigger. This looks sharp. He's got artwork. again, lighting just to kind of add that little effect to it. It just takes it over the top.
Beautifully displayed for sure.
But it's the little things as well too in this room here too. I mean, like the color of the wall that he has for the backdrop for these statues over here. First of all, I love that Hush statue, blue and gray with the masking pieces there. Clearly, this is a true Batman fan here, and he even has artwork right behind it there. The lighting to go around it there, like this is like really well curated. This was clearly something where it wasn't just thrown together. This was definitely planned and organized. And Frank, I didn't know you can flex like this, bro. We got to talk after this here. This is, I don't know why I'm seeing this for the first time now. So hit me up after this one, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just to kind of, and go back to the first one quick, lots of, so a little bit of Marvel, but for the most part, yeah, we're looking at DC here, and it's all the DC goodness. I'd love to get that Reeves. Love what you've done with the Nightmare. You know, and I know you love Ben Affleck because you have all, you know, BVS plus Suicide Squad. So, you know, that's it's pretty dedicated right there. Plus
that Nightmare Joker,
Black
too.
Chrome. Yeah. Nightmare Joker. It's awesome. So you're doing a really good job, guys. Check this out. So we have all of these yet. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna hit it all tonight. We got
time for one more. One more, you think?
Some really good stuff. Yeah, we can go one more.
Someone wants to see theirs tonight. Let's give them that. Who's up?
Wait, are you saying in the chat or what?
No, I'm saying one more person who's probably watching right now wants to see their
so,
collection.
Yes. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to continue this segment next week. So then if yours wasn't on, you know, we'll do it again next week. And then if you didn't, like Jazzy didn't get to send me his in time, I can add his to it. You know, we can do this as a segment for a few weeks, you know, if that's something we want to do. So let's do one more here, and it's going to be J10 collection. And so this is the only photo he sent me. Again, a Marvel fan, but something unique down here is more of like a samurai. So I'd be curious to know, like, if he's just into samurai, or if this is something of a line that I just don't know about. I'm not sure, but that would be pretty cool to know about. Brick, anything jump out at you?
Yeah, I mean, the samurais down below reminds me a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think that's what it's from, but it is pretty cool down there. And of course, he's got, you know, the Scarlet Witch there, so that's pretty sweet. That's the one I want too. So, I love their
Goldmine.
Yeah, right. I love the way, you know, he's got them spread out there in those museum poses, and he's got all the I think it looks great. I really do. What is that standing on though? Is that like a?
It's a Magi case.
Is it?
Yeah. So he's actually got this. He's playing with fire here a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Just be careful. Just be careful.
Be careful.
Something I really like too in the samurai is just all the detail in the outfits. So like I know some guys collect like military, but then you know you got something here you don't see every day, and it's the samurai, and you just see all the detail in the outfits. I think that's pretty sweet. But
yeah, and I love how he made. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just love how he made a scene down there too. It's really cool.
Like you got the whole diorama thing going on. DLO, what you got?
Yeah, there's another cool one here. I mean, this is kind of a one that kind of like stands out, surprises you there, because, you know, we're all collecting DC and Star Wars and Marvel, maybe a couple miscellaneous, you know, Terminators, etc., etc. You don't really see this very often, so it's very nice. I recognize some of the armors. I want to say there's some inspiration from The Last Samurai. I know that's kind of big in the 1/6 community. You see a lot of figures come from that line. I think who did it? Pop Toys did a couple of the armors, a couple other companies here, but like this definitely screams like Last Samurai. I dig it. This is cool. This is like when you don't have a massive obligation to a lot of figures in a lot of lines or trying to complete stuff here, you have room to be creative. And this is what I would say. This is the creative set that we come across tonight. You know, the guy has props, accessories. He's building an actual scene there. And I love stuff like that. I love seeing stuff like this here. This is the kind of stuff that excites me because I love to see creativity. I love to see when people start using their imagination to kind of bring their collection to life here. So to me, this is a good one to end with, because this is definitely a standout, and it definitely feels, you can definitely feel the person's energy and effort they put into making this look the way it does. Yeah. So this is a really nice one to end on. I like it.
Well, and some people out there might not even know this kind of stuff exists. Like, I didn't know the military stuff existed, but there's a big fan group of that stuff. I mean, there's a ton of 6 scale stuff out there, and some of this stuff people kit bash. It's maybe not even they make it themselves, so that could be possible too. So it's pretty cool to see something different out there. So we got like 7 more to do, plus Jazzy got his in late, so like 8 more that we could still do next week. So we're gonna just stop it here, because we've been going for a while, and I know DLO's got to get to bed, and I know Brick's got to get to work tomorrow morning too. So I think we're gonna hold off there. So if you didn't see yours, just tune in next Wednesday, for Wolfpack Wednesdays. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was great having Dante on and talking about the figures that were teased, that were dropped. Always fun hanging out with you gentlemen. Bringing the fire and the heat and the intelligence. That I just kind of set you up and you knock them down type of thing. So, Brick, thanks for being here, man. 2 more weeks. Anything you got to say?
No, just happy to be here. Happy to be a part of the Wolfpack, and episode 3 down in the books in a couple weeks. Who knows? Maybe I'll have something set up differently. So I might have to deal with this for another week. But okay. I'm really excited. It's gonna be awesome. Haven't hit 9,000 yet, but I'm over 6,000 subs and keeping the channel going. And working on more shorts right now than actual videos, just because it is hard to edit while in a cabin on a lake. So I've been kind of keeping that to a minimum. But having fun with these hot toys, and hopefully can get more soon.
Action in the box says 1 a.m. in Brazil here. Thank you so much for staying up late with the Wolfpack. You, sir, have earned your wolf tonight. And then JC Fan, this is actually his samurai stuff here. So thanks so much for the comments. Yep, you got it. There are several Pop Toys Last Samurai figures in there, along with cool model samurai. Yeah, very, very cool, very unique. Always cool to see, what's out there that's different. Joker says, lots of fun, gentlemen. Definitely catch the replay. Thanks for the love. Great stream. Thank you, Payton. DLO, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Or what do you got? What do you got?
I am doing something incredibly dumb. Would you guys want to know? Okay, so here it is. Here it is. I'm selling stuff. Ooh. I'm selling stuff, and I'm honing in. Like, this was such a great episode to go through everybody's collections that were submitted. First of all, shout out to you guys for submitting. I know that's not always. Thank you. It could be kind of nerve-wracking, kind of scary. I mean, you guys know me. I don't pull punches, as far as my opinions are concerned. I'm that guy on the panel. But appreciate you guys being so supportive and submitting those there. Definitely anybody who hasn't done it yet, I strongly recommend you do it. We'd love to see what it looks like. But this gave me a lot of great ideas. This gave me a lot of kind of directions I can take things here. What I want to hone in on kind of what Brick said and kind of get back to basics as far as collecting is concerned. I want to get back to, figures I love, right? Figures I love here. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and the way I collect, my strategies, everything, they've changed over time. And, like I've been saying all stream, line collecting, that's not for me anymore. I want figures that just absolutely have an impact on, me personally. And I want them to just be displayed, whether they make sense to put Batman next to, Iron Man or whatever it may be. I don't know yet, but I'm selling a few figures now. I'm trying to make room. I'm trying to remodel what the collection is to me. And what I want to do once this is all done, I want to film another collection tour. I want to do an update on that there and just kind of give people a perspective on it there. I know a lot of people love the first one. I'm not sure if they're going to love the second one as much because, everybody has their opinions on these things here, but I want to show the growth and maturity I have as a collector and what it looks like, my collection looked like to me. So I'm excited for the change. It's kind of rejuvenating me a little bit here. It's getting me excited about figures that we're going to be getting real soon. And yeah, stay tuned. Once and also buy stuff. It's on Facebook. So yeah, that too. That'll help too. That'll help the collection tour come faster, by the way, if you just buy the stuff for me.
Very well said, sir. And yeah, like if you guys are watching this on the replay or you didn't send me your display, feel free to send it on over. We'll do this next week. If we have enough of you guys that do this, we'll do it the week after. You know, this can be a segment that we do. We just browse at your collections, even if it's for 15 minutes, where we take a couple of your displays each week and kind of go from there. So keep them coming. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy taking a look at your poses, at your displays, at the unique things you're doing. And yeah, it's really a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to please hit that like button on your way out. It just really helps the channel out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe to my friends' channels and Instagram as well and show them some support. Until next week, stay howling out there, Wolfpack, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Too sweet, me brother.